The Conservation Commission meeting is September 28th, 2017. Thank you for coming to Town Hall. Any changes to the agenda?
No changes.
Excellent. Motion to approve agenda is written.
Oh, yes.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right. Why don't we hold the other stuff until the end unless we have any important announcements?
We have quite a few. So, first one, town is updating all union job descriptions. The one they have for us is our most recent posting. Would we like to go with that?
I believe so.
Great. MACC member cards have arrived. Take yours, pass it around. We received an ENF for a solar project on the landfill.
Oh.
It is non-jurisdictional. However, if you want to look it over, by all means.
Thank you.
Just backing up just one quickie, for the MACC, you're not a member of the MACC.
I am a member.
But you are a member.
Yes, separately from this undertaking, but yes.
Okay.
And I'm also a
At some
member.
point down the road, you'll have to inform them that you're affiliated with us.
I can do
Great.
that.
Way to slow it down. Next.
We have our Solitude Service History Report. We can get to that later in billing.
Okay.
Just for reference, we have had treatments done this month. MACC is offering an enforcement training for free for residents or, I guess, board members within the Neshoba Valley, if anyone's interested. Like I said.
I think I should probably be interested.
Yeah, it's Ayer, Groton, Harvard, Pepperell, Shirley, and Townsend.
When is it?
The one in Groton is November 4th. And there's another one in Rockport in March.
November 4th. Oh, Saturday. Okay. Oh, I already had it in. MACC training.
Oh, good. Okay. We got one member.
Great. Okay.
So hold on to that if anyone wants to take a closer look. And finally, MACC's fall conference is upon us. We have registration form. If you are interested, let's go ahead and do that.
Excellent.
Kyle? All right.
So much easier to do online.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so that's it for announcements.
Okay. Do we have a lot of accounts payable?
We have 4. So,
All right, let's hold those to the end.
okay.
Perfect. Okay. Good evening, Jazzy. We seem to have you on all of our busiest nights. Thank you for thank you for always joining us when we have a full room. So our 7:15 discussion, North County Land Trust report from Jesse Bratko, Director of Land Protection, Farmland Inventory Project.
Thank you. I actually have a couple of maps I'd like to display. I wonder if I could just move this chair back.
Please do.
Prop them on another chair.
That nice man among you.
But I also have copies for each of you, so if you can take one. I think there should be enough for everyone to.
Thank you very much.
So, thank you for setting aside the time. I know it's a busy night. I will try and be brief. I will be brief. It's been quite a while since I was here before. I think it was February or March when I first met with you and explained that the North County Land Trust had been given a grant by the Community Foundation of North Central Massachusetts to work with 9 towns to explore where the prime agricultural soils are and to sort of make an inventory of where the good soils are in each of these towns so that the town can then look at potentially agricultural projects within the town. And I realized coming in here that Ayer is not an agricultural town, really, that it's a town that is very much growing and developing, and so may not be too interested in classic farms, but there is a growing interest in urban agriculture. There's a growing interest in small farms, particularly market gardens that will supply fresh fruit and vegetables to local residents, and also for people who are living on smaller parcels of land or in condominiums, for community gardens. So even though this may not be an agricultural town, there may be interest in the future in some form of agricultural pursuits. So with that in mind, basically if you look at the maps that I gave you, there's three of them. The first one is all of the chapter land and the protected open space that is in the town. This is this map right here. The first thing that is immediately obvious is compared to a lot of towns, there is not a lot of protected land or land under Chapter 6, any of the chapters within the town. Some, but not a tremendous amount. The second map that I gave you is all the prime agricultural soils within the town. And this is broken up. This is from the state, Mass GIS, and this is broken up into three different categories. The dark green are the prime agricultural soils. These are the best soils that you can have. They're suitable for growing vegetables intensively. They're generally flat. They're fertile. They're the best soils. The soils of statewide importance are those that are still good soils, but they may not be the best. They may have more slope. They're not the best ones, but still good to consider for agriculture. And the third one, the lighter green, are the soils of farmland of unique importance. And these are soils that are classically agricultural soils, but may be really good for certain specialty crops, particularly for blueberries and cranberries in this area. Is what those soils could be considered for. And then the third map that I gave you is just a sort of aerial photograph of the town, because sometimes good agricultural soils are not always where they appear to be. They may be under forested land. A lot of our farms have been abandoned and the good soils have grown up to woodland. So it's good for some reference for that. So basically, just as Ayer doesn't have a lot of protected land, it's not a town that has a tremendous amount of good agricultural soils, but there are some parcels. So the first thing that we always look at is what are your Chapter 61A parcels. Those are the lands that are under Chapter 61 specifically for agriculture, so they should be good soils. So those are the first ones we look at. And map 4, parcel 9, which is marked as number 1 on your maps, up in, you see, this area right in here. That is a parcel, Chapter 61. It does have a little bit right on the road frontage of good soils. So that would be something to keep in mind. And what I'm talking about here is I've given you a list of soils, of parcels to look at. This is by no means an exclusive list. It's simply an example of how you could use these maps, and if someone comes to you looking for good soils, this is a way that you can use the map. So don't think that this is an extensive exclusive list. It's not. It's simply examples. So the other chapter parcel that is of interest is map 29, lot 12 on Sandy Pond Road. This has got some areas. This is shown as number 2 on your map. This has got some areas of good soils on the road, a lot of farmland of unique importance, and a lot of wetland too, actually. But it is a Chapter 61A parcel. Interestingly, I'm not sure what crops are grown there, but it could potentially be. I haven't actually been able to look at these in the field, but it could be of interest for one of those specialty crops that I mentioned, either blueberries or cranberries. None of the Chapter 61 or 61B parcels, which show up as dark green is 61 and red is on this map, is the recreation land, the 61B. None of those parcels have soils that would be suitable for agriculture, really. But there are some interesting places that are not under chapter that have actually a lot of good soils, and some of them may be something that you wouldn't think of, and actually people who own them probably would never think of. But one parcel that really stood out, just marked as number 3 on the map, is the hospital. Huge area of good soils up there, and from, again, I haven't actually been out there to look at that area in person, but it did appear to be that there was a lot of open land there, and hospitals, health, maybe something that there may be an interest in. If ever someone wanted to develop a community garden, that might be something to consider. They may not think so, but it's just bringing it to your attention as an example. Number 4, map 12, parcel 1 on Jackson Street. Let's try to find my 4 now.
Just south of the hospital.
South of the hospital, oh, that's right, just south of the hospital, yeah. Right in this area.
That's solar too.
Yeah, probably is, isn't it?
Yeah.
That
Unfortunately, that's
Growing a different
may be growing a different
Oh,
crop.
is
Yes.
that the one that was going to be considered for protection, but is no longer? No, what's the crop that it's maybe growing?
A solar project
Yeah.
is going on.
Oh, yes,
Oh, maybe under the solar panels.
under the solar panels. Yeah.
No? Who
Yeah.
knows?
Solar farms love to go on agricultural land, as a lot of development does, because it's open. So that brings another way that these maps can be used, recognizing that you can't always conserve every piece of land that you want to for the purpose that you want to. If you do have a project like a solar farm or like a housing development that is going to go on a larger parcel of property, if you look at it and see there are areas of prime agricultural soils, and if it's possible to sort of direct the development away from those soils and leave the agricultural as set aside, whether it's a cluster development or a solar farm or something like that, it's something to consider and to keep in mind if you have an awareness of where those soils are. That is just something to consider. Number 5, map 12, parcel 106, on Pleasant Street.
It's a brand new development.
Brand new development.
Yep.
Okay, that's already going.
And we did go before the town to try to purchase that parcel
Oh,
because
that's-
because we knew that it
We
did have
knew that
good
that's
agricultural
soils,
soils.
but that's one way. Okay.
The timing was
Okay.
not right.
Well, that was an example. Too late, unfortunately. Another one that's interesting, I have no idea what's there, but a good parcel of very good agricultural soils is map 6, parcel 25, the town of Ayer. It's a nice, great big open area there of really good soils.
Is this where the DPW is?
Yeah.
So,
I believe that's actually, that's right over next to where the where the sewer treatment is,
uh-huh.
in that area.
Okay. All right. Areas of protected open space that does have good soil is the Ayer game farm. A lot of really good soils in that area. not all over, but certainly big spots of it.
Mm-hmm.
I've found one of the things that has really interested me a lot in this project that I've been doing is that an awful lot of protected land that is now owned by the state or privately protected has some of our best agricultural soils. A lot of fish and wildlife land, a lot of water protection lands have some of our very best agricultural soils that have been taken out of agriculture. Raises an interesting question of how, on the one hand, the state is preserving agriculture with the APR program, and on the other hand, they're locking up agricultural soils. So, and the last one that I want to point out, especially with Devon's now being a lot of question marks about what's going to happen there, and a tremendous amount of very good prime agricultural soils in that area. So I don't know what the future planning of that area is going to be, exactly what is on these areas right now, but there are a lot of good soils in the Devon's area. So, and that really, as I say, these maps are just for the town to keep. These I'm going to leave with you for future reference. I will email you the soft copies of these so that you have them. They're just things to keep in mind if people come to the commission, they're looking for a place where they could do a community garden or a market garden. If you are looking at a large parcel that's going to be developed for a solar farm or future housing, that is something to keep in mind, to reference these maps and just think in those terms.
Question.
Sure.
Seems to be a large parcel around near Nimco Way, near the bottom of the Littleton one. And that was, there's a very large power line that runs through that area.
Okay.
Would it be worthwhile to have a community garden underneath a power line like that?
I mean, it would depend on the easement. I would imagine that most all power lines have an easement of some sort. The company that owns that easement would have any interest. But and I have seen that quite a bit too. So that would be a discussion if there was an interest to have a garden like that. That would certainly be a place to look. To use good space. And I know those power lines, they don't want them growing up to trees. They treat them sometimes chemically or mechanically to keep the brush down. So it might be worth looking into that. Any other questions?
No, Jesse, this is great. So one of the discussion points that we're about to enter into for this year is taking a look at the parcels that are protected under Chapter 61 and identifying if any of those are parcels that the town might be interested in the future, so we could approach those owners and let them know as they look at what they like to do with their protection. Let them know that the town is interested. And so that's one of our tasks for this winter. So this is very, very helpful.
Oh, good. I'm glad to be of help. So, and I'll leave these with you, and I'll email the copies of the maps so that it would be great if you could perhaps put them on your website so that people are aware of them, share them with the planning board, and
That would be great.
very helpful.
Jesse, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for your time. That's
Oh, no. I was going to say, if you want to leave those right on that table, we'll roll them up afterwards, because
okay, good.
Thank you very, very much.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Good night. Let's reopen our public hearing, DEP file number 100-04040 Rosewood Way. Evening, Kyle. Good. I saw that there was an exchange during the day today of the orders of condition. You went through it. Did you have questions? I think you wrote back.
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, so Kyle and I had a couple of email issues going back and forth, so we were only discussing this recently.
Okay.
The WPA form, there was one minor change which has been all set, as well as this, there's a couple of changes. Kyle can probably better explain the intent behind the changes, but they're basically just clarifying. A lot of it is replacing the words buffer zone with riverfront area. We don't have buffer zone on the site. So I didn't get a chance to send this out to you because I didn't receive it yet, but if you want to just get a glance through, everything looks good to me. There's nothing that I'm concerned about.
Just the red today, Kyle?
Just the red. Just a couple more copies if
Right, you can flip it. Those make edits or changes to our boilerplate. So this doesn't get recreated.
Okay. Makes sense to me. Did you have any questions or comments?
Nope.
Okay. So at this moment, we have an order of conditions. We have special conditions that have been annotated and agreed upon. Are there any further discussion points? Do you want to go through them all? I just peeked through, there's nothing. It doesn't say riverfront. There's one in there about the Health and Human Services Secretary won't use a private plane, but it was number 70 was added at the end. Did anybody have any other comments or questions about Solar 2? Solar 1. Thank you. James Brook Riverfront Restoration. If nothing else, I accept a motion to issue the order of conditions as so marked for DEP file number 100-0404.
So moved. Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Pass that back.
There you go. Thank you. So we'll just make sure that word doc comes through.
yeah, I think they got it.
Yes.
Did you get it, Bonnie?
Yeah, I got it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
So it
yeah.
just didn't come to
I
our
think it must be
account?
something at the town.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Is there anything further to discuss?
Nope.
I would accept a motion to close this public hearing for DEP file number 100-0404. So moved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much, Kyle. Okay, let's open the public hearing, reopen the public hearing for DEP file number 100-0406, Millport.
John Boardman, Places Associates.
Evening, John. Okay. I think when we last left off, had you gone back and forth with the final comments?
Yes.
Any questions or issues?
No concerns.
Wonderful. Anyone have any other further comments? So this is lot number 7. Okay. Based upon the changes in the work that we did with the information that you provided, I would accept a motion to issue the final order of conditions for DEP file number 100-0406.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Just assuming you're a silent aye.
Yes.
Not a blind eye.
Oh, very nice. If there's no further discussion on this, I'd entertain a motion to close the public hearing for DEP file number 100-0406. So moved.
Second.
Is there any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
With gusto.
Let's reopen the public hearing for the notice of intent for DEP file number 100-0407, which is lot number 8 for Milcor. Are we all squared away with the changes to the CSA?
Absolutely.
Order of conditions, OC, sorry. Okay. Does anyone have any further comments or questions on lot number 8? I would accept a motion to issue the final order of conditions for DEP file number 100-0407. So moved.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
You started something.
It's gonna play really well on TV.
People love our show.
It's all about the ratings.
That's what I've heard. If there's no further comments on lot number 8 for Milcor, I would entertain a motion to close the public hearing for 100-0407. So moved.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Excellent.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's reopen the public hearing for DEP file number 100-0412, Snake Hill Road.
Good evening.
Here we go.
So, at our last hearing, we left it open, scheduled a site walk, as you know, when we were, before we could conduct our full site walk, so rudely attacked by the yellow jackets out there. So there was some discussion regarding preventing future encroachment towards the wetland, pond. We've talked about it and are happy to provide the typical barrier. I know that in your experience doesn't necessarily always work, whether it's boulders, split rail fence even, posted with signs, the little placards we've used in the past on other sites. Even reserve an area at the pond for future access to the pond to encourage. At this time, we're not proposing access to the pond. We're leaving the pond as it is. But note on a plan and maybe work into an order of conditions if there were one forthcoming, a future area of access basically in front of where the existing cottage is now to the pond. So basically we want to talk tonight about what the commission might see fit to work with us on in terms of some sort of barrier or other means if there are other thoughts. I know you reached out to DEP and we really didn't get much from that end. So I guess I open up for discussion in maybe what we can do to help. And I know it's the commission's experience that sites close to the water, close to the wetlands, eventually things happen. Unfortunately, that's out of our control at this point, but maybe we can do something now to help in the future.
So I guess the concern is as we discussed during our site walk, and I remember Jess's stinging words that day. One of our hopes was to actually specifically develop the beach area on purpose, so that there wouldn't be a question later on.
Okay.
Again, the commission doesn't have a problem with the homeowners having access. The commission has an issue with the homeowners developing unlimited access across the area. There were two major problems that we had that we discussed that day. Number one, the house is closer to the water than it is to the street. And that's a huge sticking point for us. And I understand that that's a huge sticking point for you because it's a zoning issue.
Correct.
Which means we both have a sticking point.
Correct.
So that's one big problem. And the second big problem is that what we were hoping to come upon from the applicant was some sort of methodology by which the future homeowner would be so discouraged because they loved what was there in whatever way, so that they did not feel like they should then clear the additional areas beyond the purported beach space. I still feel like that's where I am. I can certainly entertain the rest of the commission, but the idea was if a beach was offered, which again, the commission understands and appreciates that there are folks with beaches on Sandy Pond. If a beach area is offered, and then the rest of the area is set aside in such a way that it almost precludes development. The homeowner loves that area, whether it's a garden or, boulders with landscape features, something that they would be actually against tearing down.
Sure.
That was kind of what we were talking about.
Okay, I mean, we can, I'm sure you're not opposed to developing something along the shoreline for access, to encourage access at that point. In terms of, something permanent that, as you said, a homeowner is going to love and not going to want to go past, I'm sure we can come up with something in, maybe, landscape features, something. I'm sure we can do that if it suits the commission. Obviously, we come in with a revised plan. Just trying to think of what might be suitable for that. I guess it's not really to decide tonight. We can come up with some thoughts. Having said that, if we can develop something to that degree, does this? I know that the sentiment towards the project and the fact that the house is so close to the pond and wetlands, and clearly we can't go closer to the street. We tried. So, having said that, and knowing the sentiment here, I just don't want to come back and be turned away. Obviously, don't want to spin my wheels. So. I guess I don't know what the flavor of the commission is.
Well, so one of the things that was discussed, so unfortunately 2 of the members weren't able to be there that day, or actually, you're welcome that you weren't there that day. So Jess took the brunt of the Yellow Jackets, but that was nasty. We discussed a couple of different things on site. One was the fact that the house is farther away from the road than it is from the pond. And on the face of that, one of the issues is that the resource actually takes the brunt of the development as opposed to being closer to the street. The second issue was there's an area that would form a nice natural beach in a small area. And one of the ideas was, and it was also one of the ideas, I believe, did Denise also say the same thing? I think Denise said the same thing in her email. Denise Childs from DEP had the same sentiment, that if we developed a beach area, that would potentially give the homeowner, they know that was the space. And then the other area could be set aside in such a way that, whether through landscaping or whatever methodology, so that the homeowner wouldn't be inclined to go and cut down the rest of the trees and clear the rest of the area. And that was what we were talking about on the site. I'm very disappointed about the house's proximity to the resource, but I would be certainly willing to entertain an idea that gave the homeowners an ability to have an access to the resource without them wanting to develop additional resource. You have any thoughts to that?
That seems reasonable. As long as we come up with a good solution how to demarcate it.
Which was one of the questions that we had that time. Jess?
It still would be a big step for me to say yes.
Because of the distances?
Distance, the impact on both the pond and the wetland during the process of construction, it seems unavoidable. I would have a hard time saying yes.
Yeah, I'm torn because, I do understand that it is, there was a kind of a pre-existing building that, it was a shack, but people, somebody lived there and utilized the pond, for recreation and enjoyment. One question is the footprint of the house. Is that exactly what the footprint of the house is going to be in the end?
At this point, that's what we come up with.
So I'm going to
it's not gonna, kind of encroach like, 5 more feet
No, that's,
from
No.
what it, bordering.
what you see there is
Yards.
what I proposed to.
This went through zoning, and actually, we shrunk it a couple of feet this way
Uh-huh.
to help satisfy zoning. Coincidentally, we were closer to the wetlands at that point when we went to zoning originally. So it's actually slightly smaller than what he wanted to originally build.
What do you have for square footage now?
It's 30 by, oops. What did we say this is? 30 by 32. So 960, it's 2-story, 1,800 square feet, somewhere in that range. So modest house with not including the garage. So we're not looking to build a McMansion. Clearly, the site's not suited for it. We understand that.
Wouldn't fit.
No, no.
Do you have anything you want to add, Molly?
No, I mean, I feel bad I wasn't able to, see the site. I mean, I do walk by it, I kind of peer in and I have to look at it from the other side, and it's such a small lot. And I do concur with Jess in terms of, the impact, on the area and, the terminal impact, on the area, post build. I wouldn't be able to make up my mind.
In terms of the impacts, it's a very flat site. If you've seen, I'm sure you've seen it.
Yeah, I've seen it.
So
Yeah.
construction, I think we
Yeah.
can control pretty good in terms of it's not a sloping site. There's not a huge chance of erosion or runoff from the site during construction. So I'm sure Mr. Schimmel would be very vigilant during construction, given the proximity to wetlands in the pond. Long term, and that's what we're talking about, is preventing future owners from encroaching into this space. I mean, the wetland does come up. It's not, I guess it borders the pond. It's not typical wetland. It doesn't have that appearance. So it would be easy for someone to start dumping lawn clippings, and well, people do anyway.
I know.
They don't care regardless. So that's the goal, is to try and limit it or prevent that as best we can at this point. Whether it's other means too that maybe we can look into, deed restrictions, types of things. We're open to as long as it's something a future owner understands and understands some sort of consequence that this is a sensitive area. I mean that's maybe multi-step in trying to get to that end point.
So, as you know, the commission has to act on what you've put in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
So right now what we're doing is bouncing ideas around.
Correct.
Which are dust in the wind, unfortunately, at the end of the day.
Right.
But it feels safe to say that there are 2 commission members who are concerned about the property because of the way it is situated and future issues. Myself, I'm worried about the situation of the building on the property. It's very disappointing that you're stuck by the zoning, but you're stuck by the zoning. And that doesn't necessarily mean that the resource has to be stuck by the zoning.
Understood.
And at the same time, I also hear what George is saying, where if there was a way to create it so that the future owner didn't go beyond, as you know, we have control during the construction process. Not that I think any of us wants to see the lot cleared and taken in that way, but we do have control during the construction process to make sure that the resource is protected. Our fears are what happens after that. Day 2, the homeowner moves in, what do they do?
Right. No, and I've had that experience as well, unfortunately, more recently. So I guess at this point, we'd be looking for the commission to continue to allow us to further explore how we get there and how we do that and accomplish that. So I request we continue and we'll come back with a revision and have some things to talk about.
So as you know, like we did before, if you have, like we did working with DEP in between meetings, if you have ideas that you want to bounce.
Sure.
Joanne is now with us full time, so there'd be someone in the office that can work with you if you have thoughts on processes, and and Kate will be helping as well for a short period of time. So
And then any suggestions from you guys, the board as well, what you might think would be
everything that
appealing to yourselves if you were to move into the place and be
everything that we came up with was landscaping.
Yeah.
From the idea that that's, I hate to use the expression, but that's expensive, and with the idea that if there was a border that they really didn't want to tear out,
Sure.
they potentially wouldn't tear the border out.
Yeah.
And that was kind of where our thoughts were. You know, obviously, I think we've all worked on projects with stone walls and things like that. I don't, that's an option, obviously, but that's a whole other level of cost. What we're trying to achieve here is something so beautiful that the homeowners like so much that they don't want to rip it right out on day one and do exactly what we don't want them to do. And the reason that all comes about, and I'll just say it as politely as possible, is if the house wasn't there, the homeowners wouldn't be there to do it. And that's what puts us in a predicament of having to look forward to that. So, but we appreciate the opportunity to talk about it on site, and we're happy to return in November when the bees are gone.
I think the neighbor got him.
Did you get 'em?
I think he got him with the spray.
I hope so. Sure. Is there any public input?
Yeah, I do. I got something to say. My name is Patrick Flint. I'm the owner of the property.
Hi, Patrick.
And that building that's been down there, yeah, it's dilapidated, it's in bad shape, but it's been there since around 1955. And there's been a house there all these years. There's been no problem. And I don't understand why the problem is they can't build on the footprint. You know, can they actually build a house on the footprint? I was told they couldn't. But they could build a house off to the back? Is that a new one in a new area?
I don't understand what you mean, sir. You mean in the
They could
footprint?
build, I'm sorry, they could build on the new footprint. So if they can build on the new footprint, why can't we just go with that?
You mean, are you saying, I don't understand what you're saying. Are you saying to replace the house that's there now?
If they can't build the house that's there now, can they build on the footprint?
Can they build in the footprint of what's on the plan right
Correct,
now?
yes, what's on the property right now. Can they tear down the house that's on the property right now currently, the cottage, and build a house there? It's 528 square feet.
So that house is even closer to the water.
Yes, it is. But I was told I could build on the footprint by the building inspector not long ago.
Okay. So when the building inspector told you could build on the property on the existing footprint, what he was referring to was from a zoning or planning perspective. He wasn't referring to a conservation perspective.
Okay, so it's conservation that's stopping us now. We're stopping that.
I guess that's one way you can take it if you want.
Well, it's been going on since February, so that's why I'm just questioning it.
February with whom?
Well, with all of us, actually. It's not just this board, but it's been board after board after board trying to get to this point where we are today. It just seems like it's a never-ending battle, that's all. They want to move on, we want to move on. We're just trying to figure out how long it's going to take before we're allowed to do something, get this transaction finished.
Still want to continue?
Yes, please.
I would entertain a motion to continue the public hearing for DEP file number 100-0412.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Thank you.
October 12th is our next hearing. Thank you, George.
So if we come up with some preliminary plans, we can bring it to some of the members and just even glance over it and say,
That would be great.
that'd be good.
Bring it to Joanne, and we can distribute for
Good.
them.
Joanne, are you using the main email address?
I don't know yet.
Yes, it's the same one.
All right.
Today is my very first day.
Well, welcome.
Thank you. I'm very glad to be here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, folks.
All right. So, I see that we have a public meeting in RDA for Ridgeview Realty Trust.
Yeah.
Is this new?
Yes.
Oh boy.
Didn't you say they were going to be coming through with batches of 6
That's,
Yes,
yeah, that's
this
what I
this
heard.
is the second batch of 6.
Okay. folks? Folks? No, if you just want to go outside, I just don't want to interrupt you, but we don't want to hurt Mr. Mulaney's feelings. Good evening, Mr. Mulaney.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman and members of the Commission, and welcome, Joanna. I'm Steve Mulaney from S.J. Mulaney Engineering.
Nice to meet you.
We're going to read a public hearing notice.
Why don't you just show us what you...
Okay. First up is the RDA for Lot 70B at 153 Woodland Way.
Can you... Thank you very much.
So we can identify that on a plan. So, as we're looking at Woodland Way, to orient yourself, the water tower is over here. We visited this lot in the last round of 6.
Right.
So we are basically diagonally across the street from that lot. Lot 70B. There's some wetlands. It's really the beginning of a wetland system on adjacent lot 71A that flows in the northeasterly direction. A house is proposed under this RDA outside of the buffer zone. This is 50 feet from the wetland. This is 100 feet from the wetland. So we have this little tiny area of buffer activity. It's 977 square feet. At its closest point, it's 80 feet from the wetlands. So between 80 and 100 feet of wetlands, we've got 970 square feet of basically lawn grading and a portion of a foundation drain. And that's it.
What are you dropping off over there?
We are level in that area, and it's a fairly gentle slope there. Probably about a 7% slope down there.
Why does it look like there's topo lines there? Are those,
What you're seeing, we're showing the symbols for temporary sediment basin and temporary stockpile.
Gotcha.
The last go around, those symbols came out too light on the drawing, and nobody could read them, so we made sure they were darker this go around.
I appreciate that. Okay.
And in your packet, you should also have the just lot 70B shown.
Was this the last? I'm sorry.
Yep.
Was this the last hearing or?
Yeah, then again, these out. Yeah.
All right. At least I know where they are.
There's a pile.
But it might be a little bit clearer to see this lot in particular.
Just on the corner of my desk. I know where they are. It's not helping right now, but I know.
So we're proposing an erosion control barrier around the toe work. But we thought this particular lot, unlike all the others, is so simple in character that it might qualify for an RDA.
Well, I think I would tend to agree with you. The work is minimal. It's at the very edge of the system. And you're really not doing any grading in that area?
No.
Or just a little?
No, just very little.
So you're bringing the grade up in the front of the house, though?
Right, just very little in this area, and that location is about 95 feet away from the wetland, where the closest proposed grading is.
I gotcha. Okay. So does everyone understand the application?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anyone have any issue with taking this as an RDA? Okay. I'm assuming we need to schedule sidewalks. So do you have any problem if we do this at the same time? Just for the sake of doing it at the same time? Okay. Well, I don't want to unnecessarily continue, but if we do it as a...
We're going to be in the same neighborhood. It's
Perfect. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Aye. All right, so does anyone have any questions for Mr. Mulaney regarding lot 70B?
Nay.
loud and clear.
Wow. Okay. Personally, I think it looks fine. For the walk, I think the only thing that might be helpful are a couple of stakes on the outside of the 100-foot. If you get the corner of the house.
Yeah, well, we already have, where you see these red marks here, we have already staked the corners of the house.
Okay.
And we have refreshed the nearest wetland flag, so you'll be able to see everything.
Thank you very much. Okay. I would entertain a motion to continue this public hearing to October 12th, post sidewalk.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Now, that was a mistake, because we didn't do the sidewalk discussion. So, I don't know what folks have this weekend. This is a tough one. Are folks around this weekend? You around this weekend?
I am, but I have an appointment at 8:30 to 9:30.
Okay. I'm full the entire morning. Saturday right now says it's rain, but I don't know if that means showers or...
I heard showers.
Okay.
Which we need, so we'll probably look at.
Okay. As it stands in this particular case, the only time I have on Saturday, I don't have Sunday at all. The only time I have Saturday is in the afternoon. Okay? That work for you then?
What time is it?
Well, we could do 1, so everybody has a nice lunch. Do 1? Kill you?
New one.
You good? You excited?
Thrilled.
That's the spirit.
That's the spirit.
Okay. So we'll perform this sidewalk at 1 p.m. And so, Joanne, are you familiar with this neighborhood?
No, not yet.
Okay. So let's do this. So everybody please put that in your phone. Sidewalk, Pingree Hill. At 1 p.m. on Saturday.
Last day of September. Where's
Okay.
the best place to meet?
If you recall, the binder pavement is in right up until where the driveway goes up to the water tower. So you could park anywhere up through there.
Yeah, that's a good spot. Okay. So I always forget. The second one's Hemlock.
No, that's.
Yes.
the third.
Yeah, third, well, Snake Hill, then Hickory, then Hemlock.
Right. Oh, second.
Yep.
Sorry. Okay. So if you were headed out on 2A,
Yep.
you've got Snake Hill Road, which has a gate and some brand new hydro seeding as of probably today.
Okay.
Then the second road is Hickory, and then the third road is Hemlock. So if you go up Hemlock, up to the top of the hill at Hemlock, and then keep going straight, so you go up to the top. Is there a
No,
stop sign there then?
you'll come to a four-way intersection, and you turn right at the intersection, and it's just binder pavement there. It's relatively new construction.
Right. The other one is straight. Sorry,
Yeah.
my apologies.
And then park right around there.
If you take a right there, what happens is you come out on the, and I bet we don't have a big map, but that's okay. If you take a right there, you come out, and if you're looking up the hill, it continues up the hill and goes around, and that's where the water tank is. So we'll be up in that little spot there.
All right, and at the end of the meeting, we can give out cell phone numbers, so if you get lost, you can.
Yeah.
And we'll get yours.
Yeah, here's a locus map, if you can see it. I know it's rather small, it's reduced plan, but so here's Littleton Road.
Yep.
That was Snake Hill.
Yep.
There's Hemlock. I'm sorry, here's Hickory. This is Hemlock right
Okay.
here. So you come up Hemlock, and you're going to come to a right. So looking at this one, you come up here.
Who are we kidding? You just meet us at the secret club.
Great. Good. Thank you.
Have a nice night. Hope you feel better.
Hope so too.
Okay. Next order of conditions. Let's open public hearing. DEP file number 100-0279, request to amend an order of conditions for lot 135B.
So, Lot
Good evening, Mr.
135B, Mr. Chairman and members of the commission, for your orientation. We were just looking over here. We're going to go directly across the street
On the other side of the basin.
on the other side of the basin. So at the last go-around, we processed an order of conditions for Lot 134A. Now we're on the other side of the basin, which is under construction, and looking at Lot 135B. Lot 135B is proposing work in the buffer zone, no alteration to wetland. It involves, I know Jess is taking these numbers down, 3,935 square feet of activity in the buffer zone, associated with basically the backyard area and a foundation drain. So the foundation drain brings us the drain would be about 10 feet away from the wetland in order to daylight it. There's a stone wall that it would cross, and that stone wall, if you recall when we looked at this lot, forms a pretty strong barrier in terms of discouraging a homeowner from extending the yard beyond. So we did not propose any boulders or retaining walls on this particular lot, where we saw that the only reason we needed to cross was for the temporary installation of a foundation drain. Otherwise, the work is staying at more than 50 feet, more than 60 feet away from the wetland area.
Is that flat like the other ones
That,
were?
this is a flat lot, at-grade construction, not a drive-under or walkout or anything like that. And as with the other lots, we have already placed stakes at the 4 house corners, and we've refreshed the wetland flags to the rear.
Right. All right. Anybody have any questions for Mr. Mullane?
Yeah, see, why does that house need such a extensive foundation drain, whereas some of the other ones
It's
not?
because of the elevation with respect to the roadway. For example, there is a catch basin and drain manhole right out in the street, and for some lots, we are able to tie in elevationally, but where the road, in this particular case, the elevation of the drains are too high for us to be able to tie in, so we needed to find an outlet somewhere that was low enough.
And that drain will drain everything that goes into the yard?
It's basically draining anything that's approaching the envelope of the building.
Okay, the foundation.
The foundation.
Okay.
So are you familiar, I don't mean to be rude, are you familiar with the foundation drain?
Yeah, you're being rude.
I am, but I'm just making sure, because you said anything that comes in the yard, and really...
Well, depending on how the yard is graded.
Sure, but that would also involve filtration through the soil down to that.
Right.
Just saying out loud.
Yeah,
Just, that's fine.
Just saying out loud.
We're on the same page.
And as you look at your plan, you'll see this is one of the lots that has a roof drainage infiltration trench in the backyard to collect the roof runoff and return that infiltrated into the soil, which will help to replenish the wetland.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anytime, buddy.
Anyone else have any other comments? Snarky or otherwise?
Boy,
I would.
Should we do a sidewalk?
Well, that's a great idea. I would entertain a motion to continue this public hearing for DEP file number 100-0279, request to amend order of conditions to 10/12 following a site walk on 9/30.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Great. Let's open for the first time a public hearing to request the amendment of the order of conditions for DEP file number 100-0274, Woodland Way, lot 136B.
Okay, so that just moves us a little further north up the road to the lot next door. Lot 136B. And this involves work in the buffer zone and nothing in the resource area. 9,143 square feet of activity in the buffer zone.
Say that again.
9,143 square feet of activity in the buffer zone, involving the house portion of the driveway and portions of the yard area in the rear. And on this particular lot, we have added a retaining wall, as we did on some of the other lots previously, to ensure that the erosion control barrier will be at least 15 feet away from the wetland, followed by a double line of erosion barriers spaced 5 feet apart. And then a couple feet off of that, we placed this retaining wall, which will just be about 3 feet high at its highest elevation. Other than that, the property is fairly level. At-grade construction, no walkout or anything like that.
So you're going to fill in order to allow for the retaining wall?
Yes.
Okay. Is it significant?
No, not at all.
So I was just noticing that if I compare the new to the old, this is a lot more work in the buffer?
It's because the configuration of the roadway has shifted and the position of the stormwater basins from the previous plan has changed.
I just wanted you to tell Joe, man.
Yep.
So basically what happened on this project, Pingree Hill has been going on since, when did you actually physically start?
1774.
Right.
No, actually, I started in 1997. No, seriously, I've been working on this for 20 years.
So, as the British were marching through Wessex, they had rocks in their pockets that they were going to throw in this area to form the original stone walls. So, Pingree Hill is a very large parcel. It started, as you say, back in 97. It was supposed to get going in 2009, 2010. The town did a sewer moratorium. Was it 9 or 10, the sewer moratorium?
Oh, the moratorium was before that.
Was it
Yeah, the construction of the project actually began 10 years ago in 2007. So the sewer moratorium was between 97 and 07.
That's funny, because I remember walking it in 2013. Oh, no, it was 2003. It wasn't 2013.
We walked it in
2003.
05, because that's when the original order of conditions was issued for Lot 137, which was the predecessor to Lot 136B.
We didn't walk Snake Hill before that?
In 2004, we walked Snake Hill Road.
So it was
Yep.
4. Was
2004,
Snake Hill.
yep.
So the original walks for this were back then, and since that time, it's been under perpetual development, even through the economic slowdown. Wow.
Yeah, it involves about 170 house lots, and about 130 of them have been constructed.
Wow. So this represents one of the last parts and pieces, and the original plan for this area, which is why the applicant is seeking amendment to the order of conditions. The original plan for this was shifted. Were we left and now we're right, or were we right and now we're left? I forget. But you know what? It doesn't matter. The point is that now it's different, and as a result, that made some changes. Also, the water tank is in place, which you can go up and see. And if you want to join a bunch of kids on Saturday night, you can look from there. The view must be gorgeous.
Great.
Okay, just a guess.
And every time another lot gets developed here, the campsites get moved.
Yeah. we tumbled upon an awful lot of places that were clearly abandoned places in the woods from people in the past.
Oh, yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. Okay. So if no one has any further questions for Mr. Mullaney, I see the line is marked.
Yes. Yep.
So the last flags, we'd be able to tell from that flag.
We've refreshed the flags, and the most significant flag is right at the stone wall. So
right.
That'll be. And I walked out here a couple of weeks ago just to double check everything was still there. So
great.
Well, just quick, what will the retaining wall be made out of? What kind of is it?
We're going to use boulders. Remember all those boulders you saw on site?
Yeah. So this one too.
This one too.
So this will be boulders.
Boulder.
There's going to be Lincoln logs with those are super expensive.
Joanne, you'll see we've got a huge stockpile of boulders over here from the road work. So.
This being Massachusetts.
Yeah. There's a sign that says "Take one, they're free." Okay. How you doing?
I know. Can I join in or no? Quick pretend?
Barnum Road.
Barnum.
Or I should wait outside? I don't
Oh,
know.
no,
Oh no, you're welcome to sit. Why don't I see that?
First one, right?
Oh, down farther. Okay.
Yeah.
We're almost to you. Okay. So, anyone have any more questions for Mr. Mullaney with regard to 136B? I would entertain a motion to continue this public hearing to October 12th with a site walk on 9:30.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. 2 more to go. Let's open the public hearing for the request to amend the order of conditions for DEP file number 100-0280. Which is lot 137B. Very much.
And moving around the corner to the next adjacent lot. Lot 137B is proposing 5,225 square feet of activity in the buffer zone, involving most of the house and a portion of the yard area.
So did this used to be
This one used to be 138.
Looks like it used to be facing the other way, too.
It used to be shifted further, where we now have a basin.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay. And nice work, Kate, putting these in order. Okay.
And the activity at its closest point is 41 feet away from the wetland. So our erosion control barrier is basically our nearest activity, where we're showing this here.
So looking at the topo, are we flat here as
Yes,
well?
yes, this is a very flat lot.
Oh, wow. It really is.
Yep, one of the flattest in the project.
Okay, and is that basin under construction?
Yes, that basin's under construction. And this wetland replication, or this wetland alteration has occurred, and as you know, the replication is underway. So this area is very wide open in
Gotcha.
through here.
And that house down the end that's not the one we looked at the first time?
No, you haven't looked at this area
Yeah,
at all.
right. That was the other one. Okay.
So you said the alterations occurred, but and the replication is underway.
Yes.
Okay.
In fact, you'll see when we get down here, we've restored a wetland flag. It's in the middle of the roadway now, but it's there for perspective for you to see where the wetland had been before the alteration.
It does make sense to rub it in our faces. So,
Just for orientation purposes, that's all.
so with regard, so you've got, on this one, so did I see anything for the roof drains?
On 137B,
Are you out to the street?
this lot did not necessitate roof drains. The lots that had roof drains were because the street drainage system the houses were not tributary to the street drainage system to be able to accommodate them.
Sure.
This particular house is.
So the roof drain goes out to the street?
Yes, it can just be a
Okay,
sheet
no,
flow right out
just
to the
wanted
street.
ask it.
Yep, good question.
Wait a minute. So the plan on the left shows a roof drain, and the plan on the right doesn't? Or I'm looking at the other houses.
You're looking at
My
the other.
apologies.
You're looking at the other
Across the
lot.
road.
Yeah,
Across the road. Perfect.
we'll be getting to that one.
Okay. Okay. Does anyone have any further questions with regard to lot 137B? I would entertain a motion to continue the public hearing to October 12th with a site walk on 9:30.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Excellent. All right.
Two.
Yeah, how do I do that? All right. Next is, let's open a brand new public hearing for DEP file number 100-0413. Very exciting.
Finally, a new
169
number.
Woodland Way, lot 71A. What'd you say, Jess?
Lot 71A is, okay, we were just looking at this lot.
Mhm.
Let's go back up the street and go across the street.
Excellent.
Okay, and it's adjacent to the very first house lot we looked at this evening.
Yikes.
This lot has activity a little closer to the wetland than the other lots we looked at, and unlike the lots across the street, does not have an existing stone wall as an existing deterrent or barrier. So on lot 71A, let me get you the numbers here, Jess. Buffer activity is 10,336 square feet, which includes the house, a portion of the driveway, the foundation drain, and yard area. We're also proposing a boulder line, 110 feet long, consistent with the way it's been positioned on other lots the commission has processed. And we have a double row of erosion control barrier because that activity is less than 50 feet away from the wetland.
So we're only missing one dimension on here. What is the distance from the boulders to B11?
From the boulders to B11,
Yeah.
that is 15 feet.
Okay.
So that's the closest work to the wetland.
Right.
And then from the boulder to the foundation,
We're leaving a 25-foot backyard.
it's 25 foot. And there was no way to like reposition the house kind of to the left?
We're at the minimum setback here,
Yeah.
and as we start to push over here, then we would be grading in the adjacent property, and
Uh-huh.
our turnaround on our driveway would start getting
Okay.
pushed into the neighbor's driveway.
The driveway couldn't go on the other side?
if we put the driveway on the high side
Yeah.
of the property,
Yeah.
we're generally trying to keep them on the low
lower
side.
Yeah.
So Joanne, for future reference, so as you can imagine, this is the one with the most disturbance. This
Yeah.
one goes first, gets the commission all riled up. So when you put
Right.
these together, that's the
Right.
one you want to do first.
Okay.
Just so you know.
Yeah, we started out with the softball
I
tonight.
was just gonna say, I mean, he's already got 3 runs in the first inning. He didn't even try.
But compared with a couple of the lots we looked at the last go-around,
Just the idea is to hit him with the first
yeah.
pitch.
But as with the other lots, the 4 house corners are staked and the wetland flags have been refreshed in this area, so we'll have clear things to look at on the sidewalk.
All right, and it looks like your grade across the property is only 9 feet, plus or minus.
Yeah, this is a walkout basement in the back.
Okay. Okay. All right. I would entertain a motion to continue this brand-new public hearing for DEP file number 100-0413 to 10/12 with a site walk on 9:30.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I do need to share an interesting email exchange I had with Denise Child regarding this particular submittal. When we
This one right here?
Yes. When we made the notice of intent submittal, we incorporated by reference the infrastructure notice of intent that we processed with the commission last year for the entire subdivision phase, which had an awful lot of, it had a 28-sheet plan set associated with it, drainage calculations, the whole 9 yards. So we incorporated it by reference in our submittal because that's the basis for some of this information.
You can't get there without it.
And rather than overload you with more papers to stuff your files with, we just incorporated it by reference because you already have it in your files. Well, we did the same thing with DEP. Come to find out, DEP throws their files away.
What?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Exactly. If it is not a superseding order of conditions, if it's just handled as an order of conditions by Conservation Commission, 30 days later, they ditch everything. So they told me, if we do another filing like this, they're going to consider it incomplete, and they'll still raise the same questions they raised this time, unless we furnish them copies of everything we want them to see.
Sweet fancy Moses.
Yeah. I said, well, I can do that for DEP, but I said, I know the Air Conservation Commission has specifically requested not to duplicate information that you
Right.
already have in your file.
Do they keep an electronic file?
No.
They keep nothing.
They keep nothing. They told me that they do not have the staff to process filing these things, and they don't have the storage space.
Increase the fees.
I questioned, well, what if someone makes a public information request for this? They said, she cited the statute to me, and particularly the particular exemption that says that they don't have to retain this information.
Yeah.
You saw those emails, didn't
Oh,
you?
yeah. This is shocking. It's like, we better hold on to this. Somebody has
So
it.
actually, so first off, thank you for that horrifying story. Second, while we've been here, another one popped up. He took $500,000 flights to Europe. And third, oh yeah, popped up while we were in here.
Who did?
John Price.
Oh, boy.
And third, would you please list down, so one of the things that we had run into in the past was if people wanted copies. So since now it really is important for us to understand where if someone needs a copy of this, please plan to talk to Cindy tomorrow.
Okay.
There should be plenty of drive storage. It should be on the backed up drive. But just go through it with her and just make sure, because, obviously that's a big deal. And then let's institute for our next meeting, let's talk about how much to charge folks to print those things out, how we're going to handle it. We do have a couple places in the area where we can say, here you go, we'll send them the file, they'll print it out for you, but you got to pay for it, or something to that effect.
Okay.
I just want to know, I don't imagine, so have you ever had to request a record from a town for a previous project?
I've done public information requests for different things, but oftentimes it's like Old Town records. We're trying to, we're doing some research on a survey or something.
Because what I'm thinking is, what makes the most sense is to have the people who do this stuff do the people stuff. So for instance, if somebody wants DEP file number 100-279, I don't really think it makes sense for you to sit there and copy it, but if you go back and find the soft copy, you email that to Fred's Printing and Shop, and the person goes in and they pay for it.
Yeah.
It takes you 2 clicks.
Right,
They pay for it there.
right,
I just want to make sure that's okay.
okay,
So please ask Cindy, but she may not be the best person to ask Robert.
okay.
If you have the files electronically, could you fulfill your public information request by giving it to them electronically and letting them go on their own to make the copy?
That's the only thing I'm not sure about, because one of the things that I seem to remember was we had to give them a printed copy, but that would be a question for Robert. If it's okay to give them an electronic copy, wonderful.
Okay.
That would be wonderful.
Because I have made requests to some communities, and they've asked me, is electronic okay? And I said, sure.
Yeah, right, why not?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's a very good point. For some reason, I had it in my head that we had to give printed copies, but that could be an old rule from...
Save yourself a step that way.
Yeah. But then again, we didn't always have electronic submissions. We only started to really.
That's
Some
true.
things, particularly
Yeah.
individual homeowners would likely not do. So just
Yeah, there may be some... So I guess the question would be if there's an easy one, like the first batch of these that we gave to... I mean, seriously, put the hard one first. But
Carly in the Selectman's office may know as well, because she handles a lot of the electronic submittals for Planning Board and Zoning Board lately. So
right, she'd know the latest, most up-to-date rules.
Okay.
So that's a good place to start. Okay. All right, well, I'm glad we had that discussion while we were going down through. Okay, and then last but not least, let's open the final public hearing, DEP file number 100-414, lot 74A.
74A. Let's find it here.
Excuse me, my goodness.
There you are. 74A. That's down around the corner. Opposite that stormwater basin we were talking about that's under construction, and very close to the wetland crossing on the roadway. So we're looking in this area. There's an existing stormwater basin under construction over here, which is between the lot activity and the wetland. So there's already an existing double-lined erosion control barrier over here, and we're proposing additional work in this area. And here are the statistics, Jess.
okay.
6,521 square feet of activity in the buffer zone, and the work is 27 feet away from the wetland at its closest point.
Is that across the street or to the wetland behind?
That would be to the former wetland location
Okay.
over here before the alteration.
And what is the nature of the work?
The nature of the work is
Nice word.
a portion of the house, a portion of the driveway, and the lawn and associated grading.
And you are... Is this another walkout?
Yes, this is a walkout.
And what's behind you?
This is a stormwater basin
Okay.
back here, large stormwater basin.
Okay. So really, it's our front yard this time.
Correct.
Okay.
And this area is wide open already because of the because this is the construction
Right.
for a portion of the basin over here.
Okay. Anyone have any questions for Mr. Mulaney on this one?
Where's the property line?
Property line is here
and
and here,
there.
and then
Okay.
gets cut off, but you can see it on the other sheet.
Okay, now I see it, yeah.
All right. So one of the only questions, obviously, on this one is could the house actually shift backwards? But it still doesn't change the fact that you'd still have the same amount of work in the yard.
And our stormwater basin is coming right up to here too.
Do you have where is your easement for the basin access? Is it behind the house or is it away?
The access for that basin is actually over lot 75A,
Okay.
over through this area.
I just didn't know if it ran around. You've got a stone wall there, right? On that edge? Did I see that on the plan?
Yes, there's an existing stone wall here, and there will be a fence around the limit of the basin right here.
Oh, on this plan, it looks like there's a stone wall there.
Yes, there's an existing stone wall at the
Other
on the
side.
easterly side of the property.
Isn't there one here on the west side?
No, this is a hedgerow.
Oh.
that the planning board required at the limit of the basin.
Okay. How deep is the basin?
It's 6 feet at its deepest.
That's another thing Joanne and Ranesh are not going to talk about tonight. No, now we have to. So in the past, planning board required that the basins were fenced for safety. And then it was the Rosa Ragosa, and then it was hedgerows now.
I see.
Hedgerows of what?
I believe it might have been Rosa Rugosa in this one, but I'll have to double check. But it was processed under the order for last year for the infrastructure, so.
Sure. I would entertain a motion to continue this public hearing to 10:12 with a site walk on 9:30.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Great. Mr. Mulaney, thank you very much. We'll see you after lunch on Saturday.
Thank you for your time this evening. Look forward to seeing you Saturday, and hopefully the showers will be before or after our walk, but not during.
Well, and let's see, is it supposed to be cooler? I'm hoping it's supposed to,
Supposed to be
is it supposed to
50,
stay cool?
55 for a high on Saturday.
That was what saved us with the Great Yellow Jacket encounter. It was a cool day.
We actually had enough clothes on.
Yeah.
Unlike tonight, when I walked out, mowed my side yard, I had mowed one side, I came to the other side, and all of a sudden I felt an awful sting on my head, in my hair, right here, and I run back, and I'm standing away from the mower, and I'm like, and I saw them all flying around the mower. Son of a fucker.
Thank you for your time this evening. We'll see you Saturday.
Thank you very much. Take care. Okay. Mr. Patel, good evening. Please come up. So next on our agenda, based on attendance, we'll entertain Mr. Patel of 1 Barnum Road. Mr. Patel, as I understand it, we had some questions, and then you came to Kate with some issues of your own, and so let's talk about that. The beach, has that been cleaned up?
They're cleaned up, and I think she saw that.
Yep, I checked it out on Tuesday. Looks great.
Beautiful. We appreciate that, and thank you very much for coming to us and telling us that it's disappointing that it came about. However, we were asked, but we very much appreciate you then.
We corrected whatever you guys asked, and I asked the contractor to do better than whatever we can do. Just like he put the hay, because I know the water is going to go again.
Mm-hmm.
So he put another hay in the front.
Mm-hmm.
I think 50 foot or 100 foot he get another one and just did it. So
Wonderful. So did we have anything to discuss with regard to the stone on the other side?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay.
We were okay with that.
Okay. So at this point, there are, we didn't ratify this enforcement order, correct?
Correct. Yeah,
Okay.
just this letter.
Okay. So what we have is a situation where Mr. Patel had an issue and then self-corrected, worked with Kate to make sure it was cleared up. I'm in favor of not ratifying the enforcement order. Does anyone have any other thoughts?
Sounds good. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay. Mr. Patel, thank you very much for coming in tonight. We really appreciate it. If you have any other questions, don't hesitate to call. Kate won't be here except on her holidays, where she'll probably show up just for fun. But Joanne is going to be in the office. She's going to be our new person in the office full time. So please, if you have any issues at all,
she was best. She go with me every single step, because beginning I thought I gonna hire somebody to just put the things in there.
Right.
And after I talked to her, and she advised me to what to do and everything. So we hired the right guys and did the right thing. So
Great.
she's great.
You don't have to sell us. We think she's
No,
wonderful.
because I never meet her and come down here, and she was good to understand.
That is great. That is great.
And another thing, if you have a few seconds, I can ask you something.
Of course.
I was talking to you about the mulch in the side.
Yeah, the wood chips. Yeah.
Did you discuss anything with anybody, or because I have some guys wood chipper.
Mm-hmm.
And he says he can give us like a free wood chips, whatever we need. And I was thinking putting in the side, like, where the rotary, the one side is, my side is lousy.
Okay.
And all the other side is good. So I asked her, we can do something, and because we're cutting the bushes, small every year, two
Right.
times a year. But if we put mulch around the things, much better. But if you
Well, let me make sure I understand. So, if I come off the rotary
Mhm.
and you had that area that
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
pushed into that area, right?
Yeah.
Right. Is that where you want to do the mulch right there?
the
But wood chips, I mean.
the front, where as soon as you come out from the rotary, the
Mhm.
car go by, that's the area, the front, like a town cut the grass a little bit.
Mm.
They don't do good job on the whole side, and sidewalk always push that way. I walk with her.
Yep.
And if they cut that thing with the machine, whatever they
Mhm.
have, that much better, and they can use the sidewalk, goes to the Vandy straight.
No, I tell you what. Are you in the store?
I'm always in the store.
Okay.
10
okay.
o'clock to 10. I closed up today to come down see you guys. early,
Well, that's very sweet, and there's no Monday Night Football, so. What would be great Tuesday? If you guys could pop by and take a peek?
Yep.
And then that way you could give Mr. Patel direct information.
Mhm.
So,
All right. So you want me to be there? Or?
well, if you're in the store on Tuesday, during the day,
Okay. Yeah, I can close it up for a few minutes or something like
you
that.
don't even have to. They'll take a look outside. They'll
Yeah.
pop in and talk to you about it.
All right.
So,
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you for supporting.
Thanks for
Thanks
Yeah,
very much.
Thank you. Yeah.
have a good night.
Yeah.
Okay. So the next issue was Mark and Laura McNulty. I'm
Yep,
not even kidding.
so-
This really hurts.
Oh, yeah, it looks kind of swollen.
Yeah, because it is.
Jeez.
I put ice on it and
Did you
everything.
put ice on it?
I did.
Yeah.
I did, and I hate doing that.
Vinegar,
Oh, vinegar's
vinegar, yeah.
Mud.
Or mud,
Christine
yeah.
said-
Mud, yeah. mud.
Christine said ice and Benadryl, and I gave in and did half. All right. Mark and Laura McNulty.
Yeah, so update on this. I provided Mark the seed mix as well as a couple of wetland shrub options,
Excellent.
which is basically a combination of
Yeah.
the suggestions that you provided. The one thing I did want us to take a look at is a draft of this letter, which basically explains to the new homeowner, they're closing on, I think, October 10th or sometime around then. Basically explains to the new homeowner what's been going on. So, like we said before, they don't move in on day one and think, oh, there's a half a beach here.
Well,
Let's build a beach.
If only they'd finished.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
I would just ask that we take a quick look at this since it will be included in the closing documents.
I have a question, Kate, regarding, what's there now, right? How will they, so what kind of information will they be given in terms of, well, why was it allowed to begin with? Do you know what I mean? Like it,
Yeah,
because,
yeah.
because my question was, we were pretty lenient, right, with them,
Yeah.
and we didn't say remove it
Yeah.
completely, right?
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah.
there's
Should
no
be
way.
there.
There's no way. It was my fault. We went there. We were on the
Well,
property next door. We
yeah.
took a look at it, and we
Yeah.
said, "Holy smokes! Those people made a beach."
Yeah.
Right? It was brand new to us that day.
Yeah.
We showed up because we were at Bob Pena's
Yeah. Yeah.
property.
Yeah.
And went over and knocked on the door, and then no one was home, and I think
Yeah.
we caught up on the weekend after or whatever it was, and,
Yeah. Yeah.
and said, you know what, just leave it. Don't do anything more. Don't extend it. Don't clear any more to the. You've already removed the grass. The sand is there.
Right.
Right at the time, the sand wasn't going anywhere.
Right. Right.
Leave it the way it is, but don't touch it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so the problem is that, as you can guess, what that meant is that unfortunately the homeowner forgot over time or really wanted that beach anyway.
Right.
And they
Right.
went and just extended it, and that was the disappointing part. Yeah, I guess the only other the only other thing to do would be to tell the homeowner that any work that they wanted to do down there would be the replacement of the sand. Maybe the right thing to do is to reach out to the homeowner, start with this, and then send them a letter and say we'd like to come talk to them, and talk to them about what happened down the beach there, and explain why, why it's important. I don't know any other way to do it.
Yeah. Well, we kind of say that, right? We say, representative of the commission can assist with determining when the area is considered restored.
Right.
But is it, in terms of restored, is that just natural? Is it a natural restoration?
Well, the restoration, as you might remember from our meeting, was for them to create the buffer with the seed mix and the shrubs.
Yeah.
So that the sand doesn't get into the pond.
Right.
Without forcing them to, redo the whole backyard.
Right.
I'd be happy to talk to those people. We could set something up with them after they've moved in. As you're probably aware, one of the hardest parts is we have all the control in the world with the contractor, the person who really wants to get the job done, or the homeowner who wants the deck. We have all the control in the world to work with them and help them to maintain and protect the resource. It's after.
Yeah.
And as you heard from the gentleman here, we're the holdup.
Yeah. Yep.
But in that particular case, we're the holdup on a project that has a lot of downside.
Yeah.
Doesn't have a lot of upside. In this particular case, these folks did a lot of sand work that they shouldn't have done.
Mm-hmm.
And if nothing else, it might be valuable for us to go visit it with you, because you can see Flanagan's Pond is not a sandy pond. Sandy Pond is, oddly enough, a sandy pond. And Flanagan's Pond is not a place where people can do beaches. It just doesn't work.
Yeah.
It's a flooded wet meadow.
It really is. In fact, if you go back and you look at the assessor's maps, the house lots are like this, and the water line is up here. Because once you put the dam in at Welsh Pond, now those properties, and they're paying reduced. We found right they're paying reduced assessor rate.
Oh, good.
Supposed to be. You're supposed to be.
That's good.
Supposed to be paying less for the land you can't use.
That. I don't think ours goes into the. No, because there was a natural stream that ran through,
Right.
and I think, because I could tell basically when I kayak that there's an edge, right, and it is part of it is sandy. There is a sandy bottom, and that was, I think, the original stream bed.
Sure. Well, is it the one from Oak Meadow? From
Pine Meadow? Yeah.
Oak Ridge Drive. I put them all put together right there.
Yeah.
It's the bee sting.
Yeah.
So, right, and that makes sense that would have gone through, and then from Sandy Pond would have gone through.
And cut part of,
Right, of course, and it would also be a great place to fish.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry.
Near the Rotary, there's a dam we call Balch Dam, or it's also the East Main Street Spillway. It was put in around 1900, somewhere in there. It was about 100 some years ago.
1900.
Yeah, it goes back.
Yeah.
Down there.
Oh,
down there.
If you're ever interested, I learned something really cool the other day. So the Little Red Schoolhouse.
Yeah.
You can, I think you can arrange to go in there, but they have this cool map from like the 1800s.
Really?
Of Ayer, and you can actually see where the original train tracks that ran through like along Sandy Pond and Flanagan. And Flanagan,
what?
Well, it wasn't even Flanagan yet. It's awesome to see how it's morphed and changed.
So also Flanagan's is also called Fletcher's.
Yeah.
Because Fletcher was on one end and Flanagan was on the other end. And once it,
the historical, we call it Flanagan's, but the historical commission, Barry, is adamant it's Fletcher's.
It's Fletcher's. Fletcher's Flanagan. Okay.
Or Fletchigans, as we were calling it for a while there, to irritate a previous commission member. Anyway. Okay, I think the letter is great.
Okay, I'll get
the only thing I want to add is just on the bottom. We look forward to working with you. The commission would like to arrange a visit to talk to you about the property.
Mm-hmm.
And then, if you want, no offense, this is not to get rid of you. And that's right, you do have a last name. Change the from to Joanne.
Okay.
Only because Joanne is going to be the one who signs it, which is where I was headed. So Joanne's going to sign it, and it's going to say Conservation Administrator, and it's going to have the telephone number. So that way, if they call, they're getting you. Instead of, who's this Caitlin?
Right.
When did she get a last name? I'll tell you why that
Only
was
took till the last meeting.
You took his last name?
What?
What?
No, I said no, it only took till the last meeting.
All right. So before we ask how California was, certificate of compliance for Catania, Spagna, and I think you were saying that you'd gone back there and everything was aces?
It's great.
Okay. And we didn't sign because we didn't have the signature page? I'm just trying to remember why.
Yeah, I think
Oh, was that
has,
because we
yeah.
had Oh, that.
Been a while.
Thank you, sir. Okay. Anybody have any further questions about DEP file number 100-0383 for Catania, Spagna, 1 Nemco Way? I almost said 3. All right. I would entertain a motion to issue the certificate of compliance based upon the site walk and completion of the project.
So moved.
Second.
Any further discussion? Did we ever get a drawing from the engineer?
No.
So it's actually part of their requirements.
Okay.
And they're a commercial project, which means we don't smile and wave at them like we do residents.
Yep.
So
Okay.
I think we should request from them that for our files.
Okay.
I'm okay with signing this and holding it until we get that plan. Any other discussion on that? Are you worried about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just wait. Did that.
Yeah.
All in favor of not signing tonight? Aye. Fair enough. Okay. So we'll hold that one until we have the actual drawing. So funny, George. Okay. And then last but not least, request for partial certificate of compliance for Lot 12 Bennett's Crossing.
So this
We
is
don't get a lot of those.
Yeah, this is a lot that's for sale right now. It's from the lawyer. I think she was basically just going through, and there was the OC for this lot was never closed out.
Is it for the, what was the,
Is it the same one?
It's 8 Bennett's Crossing.
you think this is the same as what one?
Remember we had a different one that isn't it the road crossing over the culvert?
Yeah.
It's the infrastructure that remember we went there several months ago?
The folks who lived with the shed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and we
Yeah.
said don't work over here anymore?
Right, but we had to do 2 partial COCs for his. Cause
So, okay, so where's this one? You think on the other side of the road?
I think it's all the roadway, the ones that abut the roadway.
Yeah. This is I just went there to get my bearings. Like you go, there's the first road and then the second road.
Okay, so I have it here. Okay, well, let's start with the important part. Did you drive by?
Yes.
Okay. And is everything all done since they finished 20 years ago?
Yes.
Oh.
Okay, looks like a nice house.
Well, there you are. Okay. I would entertain a motion. What was the other one? The other one, names on it. Threw me. I'm good. Who's the beast thing? I would entertain a motion to sign the certificate of compliance for DEP file number 100-74.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. 74.
And I just have to speak up in defense of the bees. Yellow jackets are nasty, bees are good.
Oh, thank you. That's actually completely.
Yeah.
I'll give you that one. I can't remember where we were just reading it. I think it was in National Geographic, something like 90%. It's greater than 90% of people who raise bees in the country are hobbyists,
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Probably, I believe that.
right? Not 90% of the bees raised are by hobbyists, but 90% of the people who raise bees are hobbyists. Okay. Because usually, bees are done in those giant farms with a huge,
Thank you.
sewage pit. One of those pigs. Okay. North Carolina. You never seen these about the? Oh my gosh,
Sewage pit for the
for pigs.
Oh, for
That's why it was
pigs.
funny. So,
What is?
you familiar with these? Are you familiar with these factory farms for pigs?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
It's not true for pigs.
Runoff, you know,
That's why it's
all
okay.
that runoff into the delta.
Or, unfortunately,
Chesapeake Bay.
the article was about how what they do is they liquefy what's in the tanks and spray it as fertilizer on
Yeah.
fields,
Yeah.
but it drifts.
Oh.
And so they found that they were doing swabs on people's houses, and it was coming up as pig fecal material on everything, including the people.
That's so nice.
Yep.
Oh.
Want to guess who has a lobby? Let's get into conservation office updates. Field inspections.
Boy.
This is the one I'm always excited about.
All right. Well, especially since it's been a while, so
And you haven't had any rain.
yeah, right now. So there's not a whole lot of news. I'll just go through the active sites that we have. Pingree Hill, as Steve mentioned, detention basin. And
Oh, I don't mean to interrupt you. Is this something you can do on Tuesday together?
oh yeah.
Woohoo!
Like the actual go out to the site.
Yeah.
that's what we were planning on.
Sorry.
Oh,
Do you
yeah.
have do we have a do you have an air map?
The one that lives in my phone, you know.
Yeah. No. Like a Fred Flintstone paper map. There used to be. I don't know if
She
they're.
had one, an old one, right? Can you get those? The
I don't know.
USPS
They
maps
used to be.
anymore?
Well. So you can get a USGS map.
Yeah.
Which please order. But there used to be like an air street map, and I thought it used to be on the little kiosk out there. We'll have to take a look and
Yeah.
see.
There might be one on the computer somewhere.
Yeah.
You have to do some digging.
I'm looking for an actual. So I had at one point, before my kids called me a caveman, I had maps in the car, and I don't know if I just took it outside because I was embarrassed, but I should be easy enough to print one out and you could mark it up. And I'm just
Where the
thinking as you
sites
get yourself
Yes.
acclimated,
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes.
not assuming you'll need one forever.
Well, I do love a paper map.
Who doesn't?
I know.
Thank
Second
you. You can stay. All right. So,
I'm with
so
my people.
look at that. Yeah. See.
awesome.
See.
Oh.
And remember with the binder.
I do.
What was that? What was the name? It wasn't like Sharps or Shaps or something like that. This was back before there were
That's
microwaves.
an old map.
There used to be
And that one
MacBooks.
wouldn't be.
Did you ever see one?
Oh no.
Wow.
Does
So
that even have Mountain Laurel?
Jeez. That's when we had some nice open space.
Yeah.
it doesn't have Sandy Pond 3. It doesn't have
Pingree
Loon. Pingree Hill's nothing.
Wow.
Pingree Hill's on here.
Wow. Yeah.
Good old days.
Wow. So in the old days, what used to happen is you would get a MacBook, and when we had a client and we would do jobs, and we would have like alternate sites, we would take it, we would put the little stickies
Yeah.
with the colors on it, and so it was red, green, and red, green, yellow, and we'd put them on here, and then you would mail them the book, and they would they'd come in and they'd open it up and they'd flip to it, and then they would drive around based on their map book to find the spots that would put on the map. Yep. And then at night we would all go home, and then someone invented fire, and here we are. So there you go.
Oh my goodness.
Remember those
Yeah,
days?
I
Look at that.
do,
There's
I do.
it's practically blank. Seriously, the amount of open space on that map is insane.
I wonder what year that's from.
I think Autumn Ridge is probably not on there.
No.
Oh no! Oh no!
No.
Sandy Pond 3's not on there. And that's 5 or 6 years before Autumn Ridge.
Hospital's not on
Right.
there.
Sandy Pond 3. That was one of the first things I did with the commission, like 2003.
I didn't see it.
Did you see the hospital on there, Kate?
Yeah.
Oh, it is on there?
Yeah.
Where is it? I didn't.
It's
I missed it.
Deaconess
way up in the
Neshoba
top right.
Hospital.
Wow.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
symbol
okay,
right there.
okay. All right.
What is the old hospital? Actually, let's find out how old this is. So, it's on here. Unbelievable. So, Brilliant Court is on here. So, this is somewhere between 22 years old, and 2003 was 15 years ago.
Wow.
Almost 15 years ago. So, this is somewhere between 22 and 15 years old.
Wow.
It's an antique.
Hmm.
They don't label the old hospital's not even shown on here. That's interesting.
Hmm.
So you were saying? First one.
Okay, so yeah, continuing with site visit updates. Pingree Hill, no issues. Like I said, detention basin construction is still underway. They started the model home for Woodland Way.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
really?
like right at the front.
What's it look like?
So,
All right, now.
see you on Saturday.
Yeah.
Now we're into aesthetics, and that's what.
Yeah. No, we're not there.
Did you
Okay.
see the restoration that he was talking about down the bottom of the hill? Did you guys go down there?
At Pingree Hill?
Yeah.
Wait, the restoration? Oh, yeah. I know where that is. The wetland restoration. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you go down?
Yeah, I've been down there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you go down this time?
I pretty much go by there every time.
All right. I'm just
Peek
asking.
in the
I know what
hole.
avoiding the question sounds like. I'm just trying to make sure.
Okay.
All right. So beautiful. Okay.
Yeah.
So any issues down there with what they're doing?
Nope. I've been peeking in the little well things, see if there's water in there.
Nice.
Yeah, no issues.
It's been crazy dry.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. We had like one rainstorm that was, I think it was like just 20 minutes of hard rain, but
Right.
other than that, no, things have been holding up.
And that's in like the last month.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So Pingree Hill's all set. The Willows construction on the final unit continues. There was a little bit of issue with washout on the slope to the right of that final home. We added additional controls, got that cleaned up. I don't know if we want to discuss anything from Jess's mitigation site walk, but I did print out the notes.
Yeah, in fact, I was going to ask, and so sorry I didn't make it back in time. What was the, I didn't make that one. What was the one I,
No, that was the same day as
That was the same day as the Yellow Jackets.
You were coming back from Cambridge.
so did you say, did you see Deshang at Willows?
No.
Okay.
I've seen him at Pingree Hill, but not Willows.
Okay. And did you go back in, have they started any of the replication work in the back? Any of the, sorry,
I assume, because I think when it said they were going to be starting,
he said fall.
I think it said the following week. Which-
Oh, really? I haven't seen anything since.
Hmm?
I haven't seen
See-
any work on site.
Okay, no work yet.
Yeah.
Okay, we definitely want to check up on that. So
Okay.
we have a project where the long story short is it was cut into the side of a hill. The hill used to be mined for the clay that was in it, which apparently is good clay for capping landfills because it's so incredibly tough and silty and tight
Yep.
until you get it wet after you've disturbed it, and then it makes gray clouds in all the water everywhere it goes. And so that project eventually was one of the 3 projects that led us to DEP and said, you deal with it. Again, they, just like the other project, they forced the applicant to bring in Deshang Wang, or I should say, they forced the applicant to bring in a wetland scientist who could help them to clear things up, as well as Mary Trudeau.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't remember I don't know what her title is or what her,
I don't know. No.
she was the flock log and siltation lady.
Hmm.
And so between using those two folks as resources to help them figure out how to improve things, they cleaned up the work that was happening on the site, as well as they began to deal with, I think they also began to deal with some of the excavation work differently. We stopped having muddy water pour down the road into Willow Road. So that was a good start.
Good.
They're on like their last or very last building.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go down in behind where that very last building is, there was supposed to be some replication work. And so that is what Jess met with them 2 weeks ago and what they're getting started on. But if they haven't gotten started on it,
Yeah.
I'd call that a concern.
Yeah.
So it may be
Like, was a little long back.
it may be a swell plan tomorrow. Do we have Deshang's contact info upstairs?
Yeah.
Maybe a swell idea tomorrow to call Deshang in the morning and ask him about replication at the Willows.
Okay.
If for no other reason, then it can't hurt. And I'm super excited that you'll have the ability to do these things, because as you know, you're going to call, you're not going to get him, you're going to leave a voicemail, he's going to call back 2 hours later, and I don't have time to chase these things during the day. That's how we used to do it, and it was lousy.
Timetable, plan to do this work at the end of this week of September 11th, or beginning of next week of September 18th. Note how I was specific.
You sure were, and Baba Ganoush, if they haven't started
And
yet.
I had asked them to let our office know when they began as well as when they finished. So they haven't let me know,
There's been nothing.
and they haven't started, so, okay.
Time for a chat.
Yeah.
Okay. So, that's Willows.
Okay. So, yep,
So
Willows.
Finger Hill Willows, great.
Nashua Street Extension, things are still looking great there.
I swung through there like a weekend ago, and it looked pretty good.
Yeah,
So-
they've been doing a really good job over
Is
there.
that detention basin done?
Yeah, they seeded it.
Okay.
It's coming through.
Beautiful.
Yeah, they got like everything looks great. Kohler Place, things are slowing down. However, the Wright Road water main project, we had a pre-con meeting for that. I filled Joe in on that. That's going to be starting probably first week in October, so I guess next week.
So going backwards, Wright Road water main project.
Yeah.
Why is this escaping me?
Kohler
All of Wright
Place.
Road.
It's just the
The
horizontal direction.
Oh, the directional drilling
Yeah,
out to.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sandy Pond Road.
Yeah.
I thought I missed something huge.
Yeah. Same sort of thing.
It's a beast thing.
Did you take a look out at Kohler Place?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me think.
Are the is the fencing still up? And
Yeah, I asked them probably 2 weeks ago to do some silt fence maintenance.
Yeah.
So they did that.
And then path to the pond. Did you see that?
I haven't seen a path.
We have to ask them at some point this fall
Yeah.
To walk it.
To walk it.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you guys know off the top of your head which lot that's supposed to go off of?
The one on the right. If you were driving straight
Yeah,
down.
okay, that's what I thought.
It was indeterminate, either one or two. AJ's house is the back.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
one straight.
Back left.
I think we had left it that he was going to, they were going to figure out what was sort of the natural path to the pond.
Okay.
And then once it started to get established, let us know so we could see it, so
Okay.
we don't tear something up.
We just wanted to talk about it first.
Okay.
They have put, along that edge, they've now dotted it with huge boulders.
Yeah,
right
I
up
saw
against
that.
the erosion control.
Along the edge.
Where the erosion control line is, and then the woods that you're not supposed to touch between those two houses in the pond.
Okay.
They've put in huge boulders. It looks ugly.
So it's not something you prefer. However,
No.
It's actually.
what we could say is that,
Oh no, I was gonna say it's actually probably helping us.
yeah, so at the end of the day, it's not a bad thing for conservation.
I like to throw them.
No, I didn't like it either.
But what you're saying is you completely appreciate that this is the other thing that we've conditioned other folks with.
Oh, except that, except they still have a lot of fill to put in. Bring the grade up in there, it looks like.
Oh.
So it's not like a done deal yet. Hence
Is
my
that what-
ugly,
Okay.
I think.
But on this side, but the fill will be on this side of the rock, so if the boulders
Yeah.
are there,
Right.
okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
They just got rid of like half the fill pile the other
I
day.
know.
Which-
Yeah.
Surprised they didn't keep that on site, but
Hmm.
yeah.
Odd.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, definitely no path. I always walk the perimeter when I'm there, so,
So when you
I
say-
can remind them of it.
So when you say the extension of the water main,
Yes.
have they cleared to set the truck? I thought they were gonna set the truck on Sandy Pond, right?
Exactly, yeah. So like they cleared out that area a little bit. It's basically just bare soil at this point, but they're gonna, put in sediment controls and all that. Reminded them to
On the end where it's popping up, or on the end on Sandy Pond Road end?
both of them.
Okay.
Yeah. And they have to do like the whole turtle protection fencing and
Right,
all
right,
that.
right, right, right. Have you done any directional boring?
No, but I'm very excited to see this machine.
It is very exciting. Although I remember one time George was at a party and he said, "Directional boring. I'll take out that person and then that person." So the idea was right up the beat. So directional boring. So
Poor Joe.
so I was surprised to find that they have a person who goes along basically with a wand over the top. The projects that I'd seen in the past were GPS heads.
Yep.
And probably way more expensive. So this is potentially a lot less expensive. Fellow walks along on the top and he is mapping where it's going to show, that it's on track, or they hit a rock and they veered off, blah, blah, blah. So they have some control, but the feedback loop is through the person monitoring the placement. It's also because if it all of a sudden pops up, they want someone right there to be like, stop. And so I got the impression that it didn't give a depth, that they couldn't tell the depth.
No, they can.
Yeah, but so why the guy with the wand? Yeah. So it would be super cool to be there while they do it and get a better handle on it and see how they did it.
Yeah.
They already did one in town on purpose over at what the hell's the name of that little farm? The fellow we just saw tonight.
Oh.
Millcourt.
Milk.
Mill Pond. Shaker Mill Pond. Look at
Shaker
you.
Mill Pond.
So as you go out on 2A, come out of the rotary, go past the Ford dealership.
Yep.
As you go down the road, you come up a little hill, and there's a wetland on the left, and a culvert pipe that always jams up, and the state comes in and blows everything out whenever they feel like it.
Yep.
And then you go down the hill, and on the right, there's 2 lots, 7 and 8 on the side. If you went from that spot under the Shaker Mill Pond, on the other side of the road is Harvard, Massachusetts. In Harvard, there was a huge property over there, and they did a directional boring to come out and under so they could put a force main in case they were going to put a huge development in there, and they knew they couldn't support it with septic.
Yeah.
So they were going to connect to Ayer sewer because Harvard doesn't have sewer. So anyway, so that pipe is the first one we ever had done, but that was another one of these ones where I think it was much more expensive because they knew what they were doing for depth and direction all the way across. No guy with a wand. So it'd just be interesting to find out the differential between the 2 methods.
Yep.
Cool.
That's a lot of words.
It's recreation.
Yeah.
Okay. So you've, I'm sorry, Joanne keeps interrupting you. So you worked your way all the way around. Have a good night. So you worked your way all the way around Kohler Place. Take care, Jeff.
Yep.
So you did Willows, did Pingree Hill.
Yep.
Why am I thinking there's another one?
Yeah. We have had some action there. The site's been hydroseeded. There was
Have a nice night.
There was that one issue when you drive in on the left side that we're going to correct the controls. There was crews that went out, scooped out all the silt from the buffer, added a bunch of additional controls. So it should be good to just be.
Alright,
like
so maybe
that for
that's
the
different
time
than the one
being.
I was thinking of.
No,
I was thinking
oh,
of
I
that
see.
little turn down. Yeah, this was a new problem.
Oh, this is
Last
I
couple
get
of
confused
weeks.
between the two. This is Pleasant Street
Extension. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And then the one, instead of turning in, if you go straight down, no action.
Yeah, I went down there, and it didn't look like it looked like they were far away. The work they were doing was far away from any of the protection. So it didn't seem like there could be any problems.
Yeah.
It would take severe flooding to make problems. In this
Yeah,
area,
exactly. Yeah, like there's been a couple of material drop-offs, but and oh, go ahead.
Yeah, what about, so Solar One, the bridge
Yeah.
where they drained that wetland,
Mm-hmm.
they were supposed to replicate an area in there.
Exactly.
Have a good night, sir.
We met on site probably 2 or 3 weeks ago, and they said they actually should be starting right around now, but they know to notify us before starting. Yeah, and that's when they're going to do the replication area as well as seed underneath the panels.
Oh, they're going to do it at the same time?
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, so I think it's worthwhile, and I'm sorry you probably have a life and won't be here Saturday, but I think it's probably worthwhile if we go over to Solar One, so we can show Joanne what that area is like and a feel. Have you done any solar projects before?
No.
Okay.
I was telling Kate that I've seen this one from the rail trail.
Sure.
And was kind of surprised.
And again, all sorts of discussions for out in the field. They're great to see. But it'll also lead into some of the discussions for Solar 2. And then I think it also really needs to lead into, I don't know that we're going to get a whole lot more, although it looks like one for the town, right? I'll give you this back. I just really want to look through it.
Oh, yeah.
But there are different thought processes about flowers, wildflower meadows, raising the panels up higher instead of keeping them down low. Been by many different constructions of solar fields. So especially out like in New Salem, if you go out in Orange on Route 2, there's an area that was all field for years, and now there's one set of very low panels. They're probably not any taller than this, and their frames are held down with CMUs. Then you have the next field over, and connected into the same grid pattern is much higher solar panels. And you can see where you could have wildflowers or something because they wouldn't get in the way. They wouldn't go up so high to be in the way. And then if you keep going over to where some of the apple orchards are and some of the places that we saw in New Hampshire this summer, they've got huge panels, but they're up on a big frame and they're probably 6 feet, 8 feet off the ground. So the sun can actually get in underneath them. So it's there's a lot of different styles. And it feels like, if we were, so one of the problems is, of course, when people come to us, the methodology by which they install them is not part of our purview.
Right.
But if we included in our notes that our order of preferences for how you were going to treat the area under solar farms is flowers, some sort of wildflower situation first, and then follow it up with other methodologies. Because the problem with the grass is somebody has to go in and mow.
Right.
And that's not as good. And the wildflowers are supposed to be great because they have bees. And you can have bees in the area. So anyway,
Bees, not yellow jackets.
not yellow jackets. Sure. Okay. So thank you. Were there any other field inspections that you carried out?
That just about covers it. Oh, actually, remember the guy on Sandy Pond that we were saying his hand pulling weeds?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I did meet with him. He basically, there was a small area where there used to be a dock. He was kind of pulling out the soil. It was definitely all wetland soil.
Pulling out the soil.
Yeah, exactly. Told him to stop that. He had a tarp covering over the cattails to, I think, try and kill them. Yeah, and so asked him to remove that.
So he was doing all this in the pond.
Yeah.
In a great pond in an ACEC.
Yes.
I just want to say it out loud.
Yeah.
So, and was he trying to replicate the dock? Does he have a dock now?
It's there was all these cinder blocks that were in the water, and it's 2 boards on cinder blocks. So he was asking about a dock permit.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I just moved there last summer, I think.
Yeah.
Put me in the spot. Where am I?
Sandy Way.
I miss all those.
Sandy Way is across from Harry's Ames driveway. It's the little.
Oh yeah.
Go
And
down
down
there. Yeah.
There's a wetland that runs down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's
right.
that little stream.
I was trying to picture it from the water.
Yeah.
I haven't kayaked in Sandy Pond in probably a year.
There's an old
2
white
years.
house, right?
Yeah.
It's kind
Yeah,
of
it's a
set
nice
back.
little lot.
Yeah, it's a nice lot.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
so it's the
overgrown.
lighthouse lot, or it's next to the lighthouse lot.
The White House, sorry.
Yeah, but isn't there the little lighthouse? That's what I thought.
That's
you said.
further.
That's further
That's
away.
further away, yeah.
I think that's Phyllis Prestilio. Isn't that the lighthouse?
Yeah.
Let's stay on topic.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So-
The lighthouse.
okay.
Yeah, so at this point, it's a small little path, an access path to the water. And then I basically just walked him through, you're going to do anything else within 100 feet of the water, this is what you need to do. He filed an RDA. There's
Is he in this package?
Yeah, so there's a berm probably 15 feet from there. It's all this sort of trash concrete fill sort of mixed in with some earth, and he basically just wants to remove the trash and broken concrete from it and then just restack the stones.
And some pine trees?
Yeah, there's 2 pine trees. One had a big branch that had fallen down and he was worried about being a hazardous tree. They're both in the middle of his lawn. And then the other one is a little bit further set back, and same sort of deal, it's just close to the house. I feel comfortable with it being an RDA because there's other trees on site. It's pretty far back from the wetlands, and it's already in the middle of the lawn.
Yeah.
Well, and as we've always said, if there's any concern about it to the house, that's first.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I was thinking. They're pine trees, so they're soft.
I mean, that turns just a stone, but still.
Yeah.
Well, a bunch of them came down last year in that area. You remember? Unfortunately.
There's a gigantic pine tree if you go through Devon's
Yeah.
just before you come out.
I saw that.
Yeah,
I
by in
noticed
front of
that.
American
Yeah,
Superconductor.
yeah,
There's
yeah.
a 3-foot diameter pine tree just
Oh my
snapped
God.
in
Yep.
half.
Really?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
snapped in
I
half.
know.
So whatever came through there took that tree out
Wow.
and nothing around it.
I know.
That was crazy.
Weird. I know.
Yeah, 3-foot tree
Yep.
Wow.
snapped
Yep.
and like shattered.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't have to hear that. I have one big
I
one
know.
on my property.
Yeah.
It looks quite sturdy. But
So I'm having a tree guy come this Saturday morning, a professional tree guy, to take a look at all of our trees.
make sure you contact.
And I will be, before I do anything, I will have to come before the Conservation Commission. But no, it's scary because, a lot of them are getting diseased and they're cracking, the bark's cracking.
If we got half the winds that Puerto Rico, et cetera, got up here,
Mm.
Yeah, if those,
Gosh, yeah.
if those hadn't turned out, if those had turned in.
Oh.
Okay, so this was
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Ron family.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so that's for next week.
Yep.
Okay.
And that is everyone. Do we also want to go through accounts payable?
what about,
Yes.
what about Robert Hood and the
Oh yeah, so Robert Hood, I have it with me right here. He turned in his RDA paperwork, but there's no site plan, anything, map, whatever. I'd asked him to at least photocopy the little sketch that Cal gave him.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get that included, so
Mm-hmm.
I sent him an email to please get one over to us. If you can get that, we can put him on the next meeting, but
Yeah.
I think it's
Should.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do this on Tuesday because
Yeah.
you're familiar with it and you can get up to speed. Let's write to Cal.
okay.
We don't have a design.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's wonderful that we have an RDA for something that we don't even know if it's buildable. So,
Yeah, I
Sounds
mean,
like the
we're
Red Sox game.
really being lenient on that project.
Help.
he
I think
needs some
it's
assistance.
right.
And so the problem is, so I'm happy for him that he stretched,
Mm-hmm.
right? He swung for the fences. But he needs somebody to help him
Yeah.
get back up.
It's
Yeah.
an Eagle Scout project.
I mean, I did hear that
Make
he
it a
has the
little
materials in the backyard to
Okay.
start the project.
Yeah.
So he just has to get
Exactly.
everything in place to start the
What are the
project.
materials based on if he doesn't have a design?
I don't know.
That's how that works.
I know, I don't know how that went.
Yeah. So, yeah. We'll
Okay.
look into that.
Do you feel overwhelmed, Joanne? Oh, yes.
She's teasing
It
you.
will
Of
soon
course she's
pass.
not. Of course she's not. It's ridiculous. Okay. Anything else?
You
Let's
can
do.
always call the MACC helpline.
Good times and bad.
There's always help. There's always help.
Let's do the monies.
Okay.
I saw that and he's cracking up.
I know it isn't great.
That'd be nice because I am beat.
All right. First one is a big solitude bill.
I thought we signed it.
I think they eradicated everything. All bonds.
So this one is for 32,500.
How much?
32,500. Pass it around. See what it looks like.
What did we pay out so far?
Okay. So one of the only problems with these
Didn't bring my notes.
is I always feel like I wish I had the spreadsheet that they started
Yeah, the
with.
original.
Which is what they got lists all the proposed treatments. Okay.
Yeah, like the total expected.
Right,
Yeah.
so that we don't sign
Yeah.
32 and then 32 and then 32 on a
Yeah.
$50,000 project.
Yeah.
That one's hard to explain.
Oh, and I'm not, but you haven't gotten to me yet, but there's something that I want to ask.
Is it about this?
Yeah, well, it's about the water level in Sandy Pond and Flanagan Pond. Unusually low. Even
Everything's low.
no, because we've had lack of rain
It is very
in
low.
other years, and it has never been that low.
Okay, so
and people are talking about it like it's
Mhm.
unusually low. So here's a weird thing. Here's a thought.
It's not Long Pond Dam.
Here's a thought, and this is it's very far fetched. The Merrimack River system it's adjacent to the natural river system in the Long Pond area.
Okay.
If blasting was to happen in that area, could it cause some kind of, I don't know, like stream bed like some kind of underland water system that it basically just funnels water away into the wetland that feeds the Nashua? I mean, it feeds the Merrimack River watershed?
well, first, I guess I would say anything's possible. I mean, they've done work in the past where they've literally diverted ponds by accident.
I know.
But the other thing I would say is, are you familiar with Alex Jones? So,
Yeah, vaguely.
so
He's being snarky.
Alex Jones.
Alex Jones.
He's the conspiracy website.
Yeah.
Slash Woodhouse Advisor.
No, it's not a conspiracy. It's just
It is really low.
it's a hypothesis
Mhm.
that the water has to go somewhere.
it does, but I
Right.
guess I've been driving by. I guess I haven't noticed it to be all that different. But maybe I'm not paying enough attention as I'm driving by, texting and shaving at the same time. So,
It does seem low. It isn't the Long Pond Dam. It does look almost.
is there water coming over Long Pond Dam?
Actually, I haven't been to. I mean, last time I checked a few weeks ago, there wasn't any buildup of water behind the beaver deceiver. I don't think there's water coming over that dam now either.
Okay.
No, that makes okay. If there's no water going over the dam, then that
Yeah.
makes sense.
But that's part A.
Right.
That's part A. So is
Yeah.
water going
Yeah.
out part B?
Right.
So our dam at Balch Pond, which is out at the center here, which is probably a great stop on our way back from Pingree. That dam used to be in fact, you can go, I'd never appreciated it before. They did the stone walls are lovely. It's
Yeah,
really built like
yeah.
a sluice way. It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
The actuation of the dam is gone. And so
Mhm.
now it's boards that get slid down in.
Right.
And so if two boards are in, then you should have the most amount of water. And if one board is in, then that would explain if you have nothing coming in and extra going out.
But
Mm.
Chuck Miller wrote to Robert in the DPW about a month ago
Mhm. Yeah.
on that,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and the fire chief, Chief Pedrazi, checked the dam boards were in, and I had around the same time checked the Long Pond thing. There wasn't any differential between the
So the only thing I would ask, do you remember a couple years back,
yeah.
probably 10 years back, when some hooligans, some ne'er-do-wells took the boards out?
Right, but he had checked that they were in. But
That was a month ago.
Right, they could be, yeah, and actually by the time we get to one of the annual rituals, November 1st, we always send an email to the fire chief to say, please take the boards out. So they do get taken out over the winter and we tell them to put them back in in the
Right.
springtime.
And what's interesting is the idea is to drop the water level,
Right. Yeah.
except it never drops it enough to kill the weeds. So it's at this point we're just trying.
Well, if we want to show Joanne where that dam is on Saturday,
That's what it is.
we would be able to actually
Yeah.
see.
So one issue
That'd be
with
great.
such a low water level is so where I live, right? I'm gonna be pulling blue stripe like crazy next year because
Yeah.
you've got all this muddy area,
Right.
right?
Right.
Where all these little seedlings are now
That's
gonna
right.
germinate, right?
Yeah.
You just-
Yeah.
Right?
That's that pretty purple stuff.
Oh, it sucks.
Okay.
You'll get used to it.
So, do we have a number? Do we have the original number?
In my minutes, which I didn't bring. What were we up in like 60,000 something?
Well, that's just what I'm concerned about. I know we've signed off on a bunch of stuff.
When did we decide, we voted on it?
I think we did the last one, but I think for some reason I think that was like 25 grand. Does that sound right?
I don't remember it being.
Oh, no,
I think it was like
the last
15.
one we
Yeah, I
signed.
thought it was like 12 or 15.
Wait, no, it was more than that.
It's just because of the directional boring. That's so funny. I was told the other night my tendency to crack myself up is endearing. Huh? How about that?
That's a nice word, endearing. Somebody likes it.
You have to look that word up. Clearly.
Person over 70.
With a hearing aid they can turn off. His face lights up. I don't know what happens after that.
We did pay 24,500.
Oh, well, I guess we were wrong. We were way off.
And then like 2,500 as well. Was this Springtown meeting that this was approved? Or we were last fall?
Last fall.
It was fall.
It was fall. We didn't have a presence at Springtown meeting
Yeah.
except to vote.
Yeah, it was fall.
So this says, this is from Air Conservation Commission, Ms. Gagina, to Dominic Marigolo at Solitude. I'm not sure who we direct this to. We received via mail a post-due notice for 1,000 for task 1. Apparently we paid you 3,500. That was for 1,000 plus 2,500. So 3,500. Task 1 and 2. Task 3 was 24,500. So that's task 3. This is saying that it is task 4 and 5 at task 4 at Flanagan, task 4 and 5 at Pine Meadow, and tasks 3 and 4 at Sandy Pond. So Flanagan's Pond, 10,500 for booster treatments. So this would be the only thing I'd be nervous about, booster treatments. So there's regular treatment and then booster treatment. I guess I just want to make sure that we're not paying. So I remember there was the opportunity that they could provide other treatments.
I have a few things.
And then
I just don't want to pay for something.
well,
Yeah, see, he's saying booster, and I really would have preferred the word follow-up. Let's just make sure that we're literally not paying for. I'm not trying to be difficult, but I remember there was a distinction in the terminology.
well, also, if this is the permanent, if this is sort of like the end of
Yeah.
the treatment, we should get a report from them, right?
That
Say,
would be October.
because they have to survey and report
Yeah,
back
like
what-
all sort, yeah.
how well the treatment went.
Were you trying to do this on your phone?
Yeah. But when did we review the RFP? Was that like February? The nearsighted.
Well, it would have been the year before.
No, because we got the funding last fall, but then
Yeah.
we did the RFP after
After
that.
that,
And so, okay, it's not there.
November or December?
No, 'cause we approved the RFP in November, December. So we would issue it, so,
That doesn't have any money in it.
January.
RFP,
Must have been-
we did in Valentine's Day.
Oh,
Reviewed the 2 non-price proposals, then Okay. We move to award the contract to Solitude. Their total for all 3 ponds was $61,500.
Do you know that the first thing that you hit on this when it comes up are images of our meetings
On what?
on Google?
Yeah.
And they're blurry.
That's good.
It is. No, they're terrible. They're awful.
Yeah.
I mean, it's my best feature.
You sure that's us?
Well, don't make me be mean. Yes, it's us. There's a white-haired guy sitting next to a guy whose mouth is always open in every picture. So yeah, I'm certain it's us. Okay. So here's what I'm concerned about is, first off, I'm really concerned that this says booster treatment because I remember very, very specifically that booster was a different terminology from what it says in here, which was follow-up. So follow-up treatment, so there was supposed to be an initial treatment and then follow-up treatments. And then there was the ability for us to pay for booster treatments. But do you remember this? That there was a difference in the... I just don't remember what the terms are, and that's not... This makes me concerned.
Yeah.
And I don't want to put it off, but I just don't believe that's what we agreed to.
So if we put it off, what are the?
Maybe 2 weeks.
I mean, don't
Well,
they-
the real problem is the due date. The date on this is 8/30, and the due date is 8/30. And whenever I see that, it always makes me angry because actually the due date is 30 days after 8/30.
But don't they have to supply us with a written report before we pay the final?
Well, that's what the real question would be: is what was the holdback? Right.
Yeah.
Oh, this looks like, if this is 32.5 and we've paid 24.5 and 3,500,
Yeah.
that's 60,500
Out of 80 something.
out of 61,500 that we accepted.
Oh. Well, that would be all of it then.
Just about.
Okay. So for the next meeting, what we need is the RFP that we signed. Thank you. And all the other information so we can go back over it. And I definitely want to see the original proposal from them because, again, the paperwork that Jess has, which is from the RFP, says follow-up treatment, and that says booster treatment.
So this is a good exercise tomorrow in ferreting through the files.
Yes. Ferreting.
Hopefully this shouldn't be all that terrible.
Okay, I hate it when seats make weird sounds. It wasn't me, it's the chair.
Seats. Okay, so,
All right.
okay, what other money?
All
do we
right.
have?
Where did I just put it?
You said it was Valentine's Day?
Here we
Why
go.
did we meet on February 13th and February 14th?
Because we were doing bylaw.
Remember I brought chocolates in?
Oh, yeah, that was fun. Well, then that's
I did.
okay.
I went to the store and bought chocolates. I remember that.
This one's the special meeting for the bylaw, for public comment on the bylaw.
Eventually,
Yeah.
the thing that you have to be concerned
No.
with is that you'll understand what all of this means.
Yeah.
It's always about food. What's this one?
All right. Next one is for my professional services.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
6,080 for services through 8/18.
Somebody's a little full of themselves. So, is this the only one?
Yes.
Okay. Because, yeah, I think I had sent her something and asked her how come we hadn't seen anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So-
it's the same
You
thing.
could do it Donald Trump.
Just not pay?
That would be mean.
We still need her. So, 76 hours. Right, so you've been doing 16 hours a week,
Exactly.
right? So this is for 4.75 weeks, does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's been a month? How would it
It's
be
really been
4.75? Did you have a short day or something?
No, I always put down 8.
Wait, what did I? Oh. I divided the rate of 76 by,
Oh,
I
okay.
was right
Yeah,
there.
I think it's 80. It's 80 hours on
Yeah,
that,
80
right?
hours.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I would accept a motion to pay BSC Group for 5 work weeks from July 18th to August 17th for Ms. Rimmel's service. It is for a total of $6,080.
Second.
Is there any further discussion other than the clear and present compliments of Kate? Thank you very much. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
All
What you got?
right. Next one. This is for 1,844 to the Sun or the Lowell Sun for the
1,084.
Yeah, so this is, looks like it was applied to the wrong count, which is why we're just getting it. This is for the Conservation Administrator job position advertisement.
Really? You
Yeah.
spent $1,000 advertising that?
Yeah, I guess it was a recurring ad.
Yeah.
What?
Huh.
Doesn't that come out of Joanne's salary?
Okay.
We need her. So,
Huh.
really? It doesn't seem to make sense. Oh, it was 1,844, not 1,084. 1,844. All right, hold on a second. No,
You know, we should run this by Robert.
How much is the cost of?
hold on.
It's usually like $80 or something.
$80?
So this total. So is there? No. The first line, which is just us, is $626.
Okay.
Then there's. So what probably happened was because this was all for hiring, it went to a different account.
Oh,
So
okay.
our ad was $626. Then there's the administrative coordinator, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks of town planner.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
So
that
we're
makes
just
sense.
$626,
Okay.
which is still highway robbery. 88 lines. 88 lines.
Well, the ad that we posted was pretty lengthy.
Oh my!
I remember it was pretty lengthy. I remember like thinking,
Look,
can't we
look.
cut this a little bit?
Look! It's like our meetings. This is everyone else's meeting. This is our ad. That's why people didn't sign up. They were like, "Oh my!
Oh, I don't want to do that job.
Who are these people?
They're demanding
We're
wages.
not doing it. Wait, duties, MACC, inspections, senior luncheon. What? This is all over the place. Must be able to walk moderate distance outdoors. Nice work. This is This is all. Isn't that crazy? And then we put at the bottom for complete description. For complete description.
What are these people nuts?
Maybe we oversold it. Ooh.
Where did
Conference.
you see on MACC?
I think on Indeed.
Oh yeah.
Well, I was sitting on a houseboat in Lake Union in Seattle. What's Indeed?
It's like a monster.
It's a
That's
online job conglomerator.
yeah.
Oh yeah. It's one of the new ones.
You
It's
can
like
type in, you can search for, whatever.
it's like Bumble.
Yeah, search for Conservation Commissioner, and you get all these
That's funny because it's not like Bumble.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I couldn't believe it when I saw it, honestly.
in my town.
All right. So much more importantly, Concord's Colonial Inn and Restaurant is seeking a restaurant supervisor. Although I don't know how old this is. July 16th. It's probably past. Okay. So based on our follow-up on this, the highlighted line, $626. I would entertain a motion to pay the Lowell Sun $626.
So moved.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Got any more?
And finally, another one from the same guy as the Sun, Legal Ads.
Legal ads.
Says he'll be safe.
This is all Pingree Hill ones especially.
Do we have checks for all those?
Yep, every check that got for your Legal Ads I've deposited,
Woot woot.
which covers everything.
Okay, so as always, the first one that's on here, 811, Town of Ayer Conservation Administration. So one of the only things that we have done, so this one, the good news is it says it on it. PO number is White Horse Builders. That would be the meeting that we had tonight that was continued. And that was for $86.04. And there's a lovely note behind it that says your balance is past due.
I think it's because we haven't met in so long.
I wonder if it's because they're counting that one. How much was that one? 626?
Mm-hmm.
This is 673. Your balance is past due 673. Which, with the newspaper people, is practically totally accurate. Okay. So, unfortunately, that was coded to the wrong account.
Yeah.
We didn't pay it, and now we get the nasty letter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Would you please tomorrow, with these, go right to the accountants and make sure that that it gets taken care of?
That would be Martha.
Martha,
Yes.
nice lady.
Yes, I met Martha today.
She's very sweet.
Yep.
If for no other reason than just to make sure that we don't get turned away from being able to advertise. Okay, so this is for White Horse Builders. Do we have their checks?
Yes.
Okay.
Deposited.
It's for $86.04. I would entertain a motion to pay this bill, which we already have the money
So moved.
Second.
for. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Any more?
That's it.
All right, that's accounts payable. Jess, do you want to hand the minutes? Three?
We haven't met.
Oh my goodness, it's like DeWalt ladders. They're like ascending a stairway to heaven. I'm not being paid to say that. Just a fan. You guys are really going to start watching John Oliver.
Periodically.
8:24. Oh, it does seem like forever ago, doesn't it? Watch it on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Everything's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Better Ways to Split Wood is on YouTube.
Yeah. You should just, when I wake up in the middle of the night, just, search and see.
Jimmy Kimmel.
I do actually watch Jimmy Fallon. I like Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Kimmel. Last
Jimmy
week
Kimmel?
was brilliant.
Was
on
he?
The healthcare thing.
Was he? Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see Jimmy Kimmel?
I heard somebody talking about it on the radio. Yes, and I guess he was impassioned.
Yeah. Was that last week?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'll look that up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
On the healthcare thing, because they you should put politics on.
Oh, this was so long ago. Okay, so this was our first hearing, so for White Horse and the other, and LT. So this is pretty much everything. So I would entertain a motion to approve the meeting minutes as fabulously written from 8/24/2017.
So moved.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much. Oh, I don't think that mattered. I'm gonna pass that down. It was just a note Martha had on that, on the one that was probably mislabeled.
Oh.
The $626 one.
No. Which, yeah.
Oh, is it?
Where's the list?
28, right?
Yeah.
Okay, this was the hearing that we came in. Is this the next one that we came in just to, is this the one we came in just to be sweet? No, why were we here? This is 8:31. Open special meeting, confirmation of agenda. We had Robert Hood. Oh. Okay, this was interviews.
Yes. And we fit in Robert.
Yeah, at the
Eagle
beginning.
Scout head. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And the rest is history.
Okay. I would entertain a motion to approve the meeting minutes as fabulously written from August 31st, 2017.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. All right. And then last but not least, September 7th. It doesn't say it explicitly on here, but this is the night we chose you.
Most that minutes on subjects like that should be discreet.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is, it doesn't say that here. Okay. How do we have all these easy meetings? What? Feels weird.
Oh, and that was the one Bonnie had to leave. Remember?
Oh, yeah, I had a hard stop.
You had a hard stop.
Yeah, I had to leave, yeah.
Right.
Okay, oh, that's right, this was a special meeting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
This
It's
was
up
the
in
special-
Up in the,
Yeah.
And then the following week, when we were supposed
Yeah.
to have our regular meeting, she also had a hard stop on her face over the bike handlebars.
Oh, that's right.
yeah, well, I'm still in pain, so it's gonna be a year before I'm better.
Oh my gosh.
Probably. I really messed up my shoulder.
Did you tear your rotator?
Probably, or something.
Did you go to get it looked at?
I'm going to PT in about a week.
I've been with PT for mine at Wellesley Therapeutics.
Yeah,
It's
getting better.
huge.
Yeah,
Huge improvement.
yeah.
All right. I would entertain a motion to approve the meeting minutes from 9/7/2017 as wonderfully written and reiterated in the coffee clutch.
I wasn't here.
I need to get out of it.
Was I here?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you were up in Vermont. Okay. You can move it.
I could move it, yeah. Move it.
Second. Because I already wrote it down.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Abstentions?
No.
Thank you. Okay. Do you have anything else to add tonight?
I do not believe so.
Great.
I'll be back
Jorge?
on Tuesday.
And what about, does Joanne have any questions for us?
Whoa, no, it's your turn, then we get to Joanne.
No, I don't have anything, other than wondering, does Joanne have any questions for us?
As usual. Nothing.
Did you have anything you wanted to add, Bonnie?
Not tonight.
Any meeting comments? Okay.
Not tonight.
Joanne, did you have any questions for us? Well, how did today go?
Today went wonderfully. Yep, Kate has set me on the right road, and I will catch up with all the things she said to me pretty soon.
Do you see that? That could be her thing.
What?
Kate set her on the right road, so every week she could use a new street name in her comments at the end of the night.
Oh,
Right? Right?
Oh boy. I'm not sure I'm that clever.
You're on Pleasant Street.
Oh, this is, I'm already excited.
It does feel when you start something like you're a fire hose of ingested information, so.
I just actually heard George sign his resignation letter. So yeah, there is a lot to take in, but the good news is it's not a lot to take in. It's a little tiny town, so
Yeah.
everything that you're going to do, you've already done.
Okay.
So, and I mean that in the nicest way, right?
Yeah.
Because everything you're going to do, you've
Yeah.
already done.
Yeah.
So that's what's positive.
No.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to be great.
Yeah. And the next part is going to be, and you have no idea how disappointed Kate will be. You get to do this, but going through and making up all the next, pieces that we hand out to the neighbors. Kate was wonderful. Started on the, hey, you live on a pond.
Yes. Yes, we talked
And,
about that
and starting to
today.
do a lot of that, right?
Yep.
Where we can, reach out positively to people.
Yes.
So that we're in front of people before the only thing they know about us is, we're
Right.
not immediately approving their plot plan,
Exactly.
their law. So
Yep.
that would be wonderful. So we have 2 applications before us for next week, right? We have that RDA we talked about. 2 weeks, sorry. We have the RDA we talked about, and this one, Oak Ridge Drive.
Yeah, that's for deck. It's a addition, which is like just a tiny bit in buffer, and then they're like relocating the existing deck to within buffer. It's like up on slope.
Yeah.
I think I need a set of copies.
Oh yeah, so that ones Joanne has actually. Those are Jess's, and then you can use the ones that are in the file.
Okay. So.
Thank you.
So the only thing, and Kate has been fantastic about this, making sure that all the documentation is prepared for the meetings. If there's a chance we're going to sign it that night, sheets are here. That was something that had been difficult for other people to get ahead of, even though.
Yes.
Okay. So do we sincerely not have anything else? Okay, so we've covered the treatment in the pond, which we need to know about next week, so we can sign off on it.
2 weeks.
We have 2 weeks. We have a site walk on Saturday, and if anybody has anything that they could provide, as far as ideas as to permanent buffers that might not be changed, any ideas that pop in your head at all, please pass them on to Joanne. I mean, this is the perennial question.
Yeah.
Right? How do you help the next person in not do what you don't want them to do without shutting the project down?
Right.
And unfortunately, right now, no.
One thing we didn't have with our previous administrator, who was never able to join us on site walks, is figuring out how we figure in those hours into the 40-hour work week.
Oh.
For making the adjustment next week or whatever, because we'll have a site walk.
Well, I guess the good news. So, would you please ask Kevin
Monday.
is it Monday?
Oh, he's out this week.
Yes. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Niagara Falls.
Like a code? What?
She's gossiping.
All right. Well, she already threw Georgia under the bus for his Vermont trip. I couldn't believe it.
When he goes for how you do the time sheet and stuff, I'm the one who comes in and signs the time sheet, but, which I haven't had to do for a few months because Kate was a subcontractor. But
she meant it.
but yeah, so we have yet to work out a method of, we know how to compensate for meetings, but
Yeah.
how we add in compensating for site walks.
Okay.
One of the most important things is, how does the week run?
Yep.
So, because there's no overtime, so that makes it tricky.
Okay.
So, if we're counting on a 2-hour, if we typically have and so of course this is where it gets hard. If we have although didn't he say in a month? Wasn't there just some flim-flam with all this in the month?
What? Who?
You could have 45 hours in this week and 35 hours in that week and it didn't count as overtime. Didn't that come up?
No, you can't do that because that goes against Massachusetts fair labor laws. You can't.
Didn't we just talk about that?
No. I mean, with a part-time job, you could futz around a little bit, but when it went to full-time, the state's fair labor law means your 40 hours have to be in that week.
Maybe it was the
If you go earlier.
Maybe it was the 20-hour and no and benefiting.
Yeah.
Non-benefited position could be 25 this week and 15 next week. Maybe that's what it was.
Right, but you can't do it.
Can't do it
40
with
hours.
40 hours.
Yeah.
So what we need to know is how does the week run? Is it
Okay.
Sunday through Saturday? Is it Monday through Sunday? How does the week run?
Okay.
Because
And it's a 2-week. 2-week pay period anyway.
Right.
So.
So the good news is because this week, even if you had an 8-hour day on Sunday and Saturday, it's not going to matter. But it will matter going forward.
Right.
So what I assume would end up happening is the best thing to do would be from the Thursday night, you'd be able to assess approximately how many hours our sidewalks were going to be, and be heavy on the sidewalks because we can always do something with it later.
Yep.
And then just take an early Friday. That'll try and make the most sense.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
So
like
if you were 2 hours of
Thursdays-
sidewalks, if we so
right,
Thursday night,
right,
we decide we're going to have sidewalks on Saturday, and we say that's about 2 hours.
yeah,
So on 11 o'clock on Friday, Joanne
yeah.
is all
Yeah.
done, with the
Okay.
idea that then she does 2 hours on
Right.
Saturday.
And the adjustment for the meetings is on Thursdays, so you don't have 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. So, and she can easily figure out, if she wants to go home for dinner in between,
Whoa,
where she starts.
whoa. Right back to this, just treating everybody like a queen or a king.
No, because I
Home for
think,
dinner.
well, but she can figure out her start time on Thursday.
Would you like to guess why we're never done before 10?
Right.
All right, so.
I'm gonna just shut up. I'm just-
No. You were bringing up very good points. It would be awful if Joanne was like, "Oh my God, 2 days," and I was like, "Honey, no, I just can't do it." Kate with no last name. I mean, this is no. How is she standing? Very quickly, because we have 3 minutes left. How was California?
It was fun.
Yeah?
The desert. Yeah.
You were
So-
in California?
Yeah, I went to it's my first time seeing the Pacific Ocean.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah,
Really? Wasn't that cool?
Yeah, I took a dive. It was fun. Actually, felt pretty good. Yeah, I was visiting my friend that lives in LA. So I saw the city, and then we hit Joshua Tree National Park. We were out there.
cool.
So yeah, it was a real treat.
Yeah.
But did you go to Warner Brothers?
What? Oh,
That's where they filmed Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, no, we went by. We went by the tour studios and did the Hollywood sign hike. Yeah, didn't get a chance to dive into all that.
All right, fine.
Yeah, it's awesome. We're about off the grid person anyway.
Wasn't that great? So it was your first time seeing the Pacific Ocean. That's so cool, right?
Yeah, it was really fun. Actually,
That's really neat.
Yeah.
All right, well, good for you.
Thanks, guys.
Okay. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.